Rice is going to win leagues whether you want to believe it or not. And those that go get him now on the cheap from the panicked owner that, like Mike Tyson said, had a plan until they got punched in the face. And now they need to get rid of the man they planned on holding through a suspension. You're there to take this problem off their hands. You're there to take this player that's going to miss 3 more weeks of football. The moment that week 4 kicks off, it's only 2. That owner might be like, I can weather through it. Right now, they might not be feeling that way. I would venture to say people didn't prepare and build properly around Rashee Rice if they own him. So I would say 90% of all teams you run across that have Rashee Rice probably have no more than 1 win. 80% of all Rice owners probably are 0-3. Now is the time to strike. Now is the time to go get Rice. Rice will be a top 5 wide receiver upon his return. And you look at Mahomes, he has no weapons right now. He's figuring it out. He's running. He never runs. He says, I don't run until the postseason. I save myself. He's running like crazy because he has no run game. This is his run game. The short, quick pass, the quick slant, the quick drag across the field. This is the KC Chiefs run game. As soon as Rice hits the field in week 7, he is the rushing attack because they're going to throw everything to him, pepper targets to him, short yardage stuff, kind of wide back situational, but at the middle of the field, quick slant style. And Rice is going to the moon. Rice will get targeted probably more than any receiver in the National Football League from week 7 on. Do your thing. Go get the bad boy. And we'll talk about Jaden Daniels, who was at practice. He says he's good. It's not up to him. It's up to the doctors. We'll go over all that and more. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now. File on in.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Live whenever news breaks. Some of you in the chat saying I'm 2-1 with Rice. Yeah, but you're here. I'm talking about the people that don't own Rice right now. 80%, 90% of them are 0-3. They didn't plan appropriately. They didn't plan accordingly. And you're there to take Rice off their hands. You're there to steal him away and win your league. Let's go over this news that we got real quickly, and then we'll get into some super chats and questions. Jaden Daniels was limited in Wednesday's practice, but look, a lot of players don't play on Wednesday or practice. At this juncture, you start getting injuries, and people rest on Wednesdays, and there's a lot of simulated, expected walkthrough projection or projected walkthroughs for week number or for Tuesday. And so Tuesday and Wednesday are kind of a spotty day of news. Thursday's really where we start to know what's what. But Jaden Daniels was out there throwing. I've got it on my Instagram. You could see him throwing. He's looking fine. He's twisting the knee. Doesn't want to play with a brace. Says he doesn't play with a brace. Says he's good. He feels good. It's up to the doctors, not him. I think I even have the quote right here from JD5. Let me find that quote. Jaden Daniels says, I feel good. It's up to the doctors. I think there's about a 60% chance he plays as of right now. We're really in speculation mode, but it does feel that it's very, very likely he's going to play at this point, given the vibe right now. Given that he's out there, given that he says he feels good, I don't know why they would sit him one more game. Now, Terry McLaurin is probably going to miss 1 week at least. He's seeing second opinions for his quad, which is alarming to me. Could be nothing, but there's definitely concern when anytime a player is getting a second opinion of any kind. That means they're not happy with the current opinion. Think about it. You go to the doctor and they tell you, you're good, bro. This thing's healing nicely, and I think you'll be ready to go and play. What are you saying? I don't know, doc. I'm going to go get a second opinion and see if we can get somebody to say it's not good. You go with it. You roll with it. You always go with a second opinion when you don't like the answer you're hearing. And so it's probably going to be one of those things where he misses 1 week and then we hear very little or we hear a lot. It's going to be one or the other walking into week number 5, and then we'll see what's what. But right now, expect no McLaurin. Expect Debo to go to the moon. If JD5 plays, Debo is going to go to the mother freaking moon. And Yeah, Debo will. And JD5 will be fine. I think it's better to have McLaurin, clearly, but JD5 will be fine for week number 4 if he does, in fact, play. So get your boy in the lineup for now and await further instructions. But JD5 should be good to go. Zach Charbonnet was a surprise add to the injury report as questionable, downgraded to questionable. Good for Kenneth Walker again. However, if Kenneth Walker doesn't prevail and deliver, Zach Charbonnet will clearly walk right back into a 50-50 role. If Zach Charbonnet can dominate, they might think twice about returning it to a clear 50-50 divide. Tristan Wirfs, this is great news right here. Tristan Wirfs is, with the knee injury, was limited in practice and is trending in the right direction, according to reports, for playing week 4. Rice Wins Leagues is the topic of the 8 p.m. show. The topic of the midnight show tonight is going to be Bucky Wins Leagues. And it's going to be structured around this piece of news and the fact that the offensive line is going to play a lot better moving forward. And I can't wait to see what's in store for Bucky. And the touchdowns haven't been there, but the touchdowns will be there. Xavier Worthy, shoulder, is practicing in full for week 4. Surprising on a Wednesday for this news, too, which is very, very promising. And again, my stance on Worthy is that you're not going to get rid of him. You're not going to cut him. You're not going to send him off for pennies on the dollar. Definitely hold him if you're not selling him relatively high. But if you package him in with something, he's one hit away from missing the entire year. And he needs surgery. And it's all going to be just, hopefully he doesn't get hit. Hopefully he doesn't do something. He's going to wear a small jacket on it to keep it in place, the socket inside, the ball inside the socket. But he's still going to be an injury risk all year long. So 100% make sure you're entertaining the 2-for-1s. You're entertaining getting Worthy, coupling him with Scadaboo, and going and getting one maybe better running back. Or you keep Scadaboo because you love Scadaboo. We all love Scadaboo. In fact, you'd be crazy to trade him. If you potentially could send off, let's say, a Keenan Allen, a Ricky Pearsall, and that's a wide receiver for one wide receiver. It's not the easiest move to make. Maybe you've got a player on your bench that you can't use. It's a running back. Maybe you're trying to get rid of Walker right now. Walker and Worthy for one upgraded running back or wide receiver. Worthy's definitely a great player to trade away, but he's definitely not somebody that you're going to want to get rid of for pennies on the dollar. Charbonnet, we covered that. And this last piece of news here relating to the Chiefs as well. Mahomes' wrist and right wrist is practicing in full. There's no concern about Mahomes. I know some people were worried about Mahomes potentially missing time or something along. Let's see here. We've got a $20 hauler from Stefan. Stefan, appreciate you dropping the 20 watt on screen, my guy. Stefan to the mother freaking moon. Let's see if we can get this going here. $20 hauler. Running backs Hampton, Hendo. Genty, let me move this out of the way. Hold on one second. Let me put this over on this screen here. All right. $20 hauler from Stefan. Appreciate you, Steven. Appreciate you for dropping that super chat. Nothing to it. Thank you for your $20 hauler. $20 haulers will get immediate attention. Appreciate both of you so far dropping that. Let me see what else we got. We got another $20 hauler from Rye Guy McFly, my boy in the building. Rye Guy, appreciate you. Why is that sound still going off? I just got rid of it. I can't. Where is it? I got rid of it. Why is it still doing it? I put it over on this screen. Here, let's try that. Hopefully that. There we go. All right. Smitty, need a pro tip. I have Xavier Worthy and someone dropped Rashee Rice, so I have both Chiefs receivers. What is the best strategy moving forward? Trade or keep both? Just exactly what I said, Ryan got McFly. Take Worthy because he's hard to trust anyway. Package him with another player of some kind. The examples I gave were you got Walker, you're worried about him. You got ETN and no Tootin. You trade ETN away with Worthy to get one better player. You got a quarterback like Caleb, and he went, had a great game against the Dallas Cowboys. You want to sell him high to somebody that lost Burrow, has no quarterback situation. At least one or two of your league mates in your league have no quarterback. So trade away Xavier Worthy with that quarterback and get some upgrade somewhere. But 100% trade him away. Half, if you can. If not, like, sell high. Do not just sell him for nothing. Like, do I take Ladd over Worthy? Probably. Would I take Harvey or obviously Hendy? Give up a little bit, something else, get Hendy. Give up a little bit, something else, and get Benson. Do a trade like that. Half PPR traded Igbuka, Genti, and Judkins, CD, and Ridley. How did I do? I'm 2-1. Trade Rice for Bucky. Also traded Rice for Bucky. Bucky for Rice is, as much as this is a show about Rice dominating, taking Bucky off someone's hands is crazy, bro. Nice job with that. Half PPR traded Igbuka, Genti for Judkins, and CD and Ridley. I think that is probably a pretty good trade at the end of the day, given you're 2-1, because once Lamb comes back, he's at least equal, probably still a little bit ranked higher than Igbuka. And Judkins over Genti all day long right now. So smash all around, bro. Fantastic job. Smitty approved. And Stefan with the $20 hauler. Appreciate you. Running backs Hampton, Hendo, Javonte, RJ Harvey. I love that you're sticking true with the Triple H and Associates, bro.
In a jam, call HHH and Associates.
Triple H and Associates. Locations on Earth and Jupiter.
I love it. I love that you're staying true to the boys. Mason, love Mason. Mason's a dog, bro. Mason's a midseason monster. The midseason monsters are doing business. It's good to be in the midseason monster business. I'll tell you that right now. Even Charbonnet will return to the midseason monster form. Blue is still somebody to monitor in the deepest of leagues. I'm not saying that he's necessarily rising up right now, but Blue is somebody that if something happened to Javonte, he would. This running game is doing pretty well in Dallas. So let's move Scattaboo. Let's move Benson, Mason to this forefront here in Tootin. These guys are the leaders of the midseason monster board, and they're fantastic. Krosky Merritt's still in the mix, and potentially, hopefully they use him more and more, and he becomes some sort of a league winner. Marks is definitely going to hit the mark at some point. Benson, Tootin, Scattaboo. Look at these giants right here. Even Horton's looking fantastic. Benson could be a top 12, 10 to 12 running back. Tootin could eventually be a top 8 running back. Mason's a top 12 to 15 running back. Scattaboo's a top 12 to 15 running back. These are the midseason monsters. They're glorious. They're fantastic. They are the boys. So anyway, Rice, Evans, Tyreek, Pearsall. I'm trading Tyreek Hill. Do I give Javonte for his London? I would do that. With your running backs with Hampton and Hendo and Mason right now, you're fine to do that. Go get London, take a chance on him. That was going to be something I was going to suggest, where you trade Mason or Javonte for a wide receiver. And while London is concerning, he fits the bill. He does. And once Rice comes back, bro, Rice and London, you might be in the money, bro. Trade Tyreek Hill straight across for... you could do Mason and Tyreek for a running back upgrade, possibly. You could potentially trade Ricky Pearsall and Tyreek for... try for Garrett Wilson. Try for Genti. Trade Tyreek for Genti. Get another RB. Or go after... I think Garrett Wilson would be a fantastic player to go get. Garrett Wilson, Debo using Tyreek Hill. And if you're going after Garrett Wilson, you might have to give up Pearsall as well. Fantastic trades. Love those trades. Those are unbelievable trades. Those help your team out tremendously. All right, let's get to these other super chats. Appreciate you guys dropping these. RJ Harvey got dropped. Is 80% fab too much aggressive? No, not really, but make sure you know your league, because if your league is not one to drop full load drops, then you could be the only bid and be over by $60. So you got to know your own league. Look at the historical trending, bro. Need help in 2 trades. Bijan and Sutton for Bucky and JSN. I'd take Bijan and Sutton right now. I love JSN over Sutton, but I love Bijan over every other running back. I also have Bo and Gibbs. I think you're pretty good, bro. Wilson for Judkins. I would take Judkins over Wilson by a hair, but I think they're pretty close to even. But I lean Bijan, but I think you could go either way. That other trade is really, really nice. trade K9 and Sharps for Benson and Henderson. If you like winning, Daniel, you definitely want to make that trade. That's a fantastic trade. It's a lambasting. 10-team Superflex PPR. 3-0, looking ahead for the playoffs. I'd like to get Rice from the 0-3 team or CD. Agreed. Running back plus Worthy for Rice. Absolutely. And would I give up Benson? No. Would I give up Hendy? No. Judkins? No. JT? No. Chuba? Yes. So Chuba for Rice or Chuba for CD. And would I add Worthy? Absolutely. So either one of those, Smitty approved. Like the idea and concept. That's how smart owners start thinking way ahead. You're 3-0. Go take advantage of the 0-3 players. 3-0 got Rice and Chuba Hubbard. Rice for Chuba Hubbard. I like that. That's exactly what we were just talking about. So that's fantastic alignment with that question. Thank you for the question, and I agree 100%. 3-0 with Rice and Kittle on the bench. Lamar, CMC, K9, BT, Fan, and Mason. You know, Mason and BT for one monster, and if that can't happen, K9 and BT for one huge monster. And if not, and you're 3-0, you just sit for a while. I'm constantly contemplating trading CMC if I'm you, because Shanahan's used him more than I believe any running back in the last decade for touches through the first 3 weeks of the season. And so, you know, this is a guy with bilateral chronic Achilles tendonitis, and everyone can say till they're blue in the face, he looks fantastic, he's scoring, but it doesn't matter. They're going to break him. So at some point, but if you come back to me and say, Smitty, I got Ladd McConkey and Genty, you didn't get even half of the amount that you can get for CMC. So you trade them for 2 bags of gold, or you don't trade them at all. But I think it's something to consider. So appreciate you. We got the fire alarms going off. I don't know if my mic can even pick that up. Fire alarms going off in the studio here. $4.99 for DJ Moore. My filter and the condenser and limiter doesn't pick up high-pitched noises, so I don't think you can even hear it. Did anybody hear the fire alarm or no? I doubt you could. A 0.5 PPR, 2-1. Thoughts? Trade for running back 1. Mahomes, Chuba, Walker, Pollard, Benson, Bill, wide receivers, Neighbors, Nico, Garrett Wilson, Buka. This team's fantastic. Fantastic, man. Chuba, Walker. So I'm trying to get rid of, you got Benson. I'm trying to get rid of Walker, Pollard, Chuba. Not necessarily all 3, but to get 1 Gibbs, Bijan, JT monster, bro. And Walker and Pollard, Walker and Bill. Don't touch the wide receivers. I love how they support each other. Rice comes back, especially if you can start all 4 of them. If you can't start all 4 of them, address it later, but let it ferment. But right now, your goal is to trade Chuba and Walker, Chuba and Pollard, Chuba, Walker, and Pollard, all for 1 running back. Chuba for Judkins and something, Chuba for Hampton, Chuba for Hendy and something, Pollard and Walker for Hendy and something, Walker and Pollard for Judkins, maybe even straight up. DJ, Meat Missile, do it live. Love the team. Don't touch the wide receivers. H-Hand Ferguson for Neighbors. I'd take Neighbors and run. Run. Have Genty Benson. Yeah, that's easy, Gabriel. That's light work. Woodside. Did anybody say they could hear the no alarm sound? Yeah, I didn't think so. Woodside, ETN, and MHJ for Rice. Or Rice. ETN, MHJ. Probably Rice if you could hang tight, Ozzy. I mean, at the end of the day, I will want Rice. But right now, ETN's scoring. So, like, if you can weather through it, I'd try and get a little bit more somehow. Trade Flowers, stack after week 1 for Hendy. Traded Flowers, stack. What does that mean? Stack of what? Flowers and what? Who with Flowers? I don't know what the Flowers stack is. But Flowers for Hendy, it's going to be a good trade for you at the end of the day. Being offered Jamar Chase, Cook, and choice of Shaheed Pacheco, Shakir, Hunter. I'd probably take Hunter out of this group of players and hold him. You're not going to start him, but I still believe there's time. Being offered Jamar Chase and Cook and Hunter for my Kyron and Bijan. Yeah, it's not close. I'm not taking that trade. Thank you though for the enjoyable conversation on that one, but we're going to go ahead and that's what I would tell him. We're going to go ahead and pass. We're going to go ahead and pass on that trade, young man. Reject it. 1 and 2 PPR league. Should I give Nick Saquon Genti for May, Gibbs, and Walker? Nick Saquon Genti. I'd probably lean toward the Saquon Genti side. I like Genti over Walker. I like Gibbs over Saquon. And if so, should I go get Charbonnet for Keon Coleman? Let me put it this way. If you can get Charbonnet, I'd rather have the Gibbs side. So lock that up, and then I do that trade. Smitty approved on the Gibbs side. Crazy trade London for BTJ. No, not crazy. It could go either way. I don't think you're crazy for wanting either side of that. Smitty approved both sides. It's an even amount of risk on both sides. Traded Chase Brown for Bowers and Hendy. I love that. Yeah, that's Smitty approved all right. That's really Smitty approved. Nice job, bro. Jamar and RJ for London and Judkins. I would take, I'd take London and Judkins and take the chance on that for right now. I'd rather have, it depends on your quarterback situation. I'd rather have Judkins than Kyler, but depends on your quarterback situation. But not Kwani. I really love Judkins right now. I think that's a fantastic player to add on your team. I think he's going to be a top 10 running back right now going forward. He's got a newfound, it's a blessing in disguise what happened to him. So, the fact that he went through what he went through, and now he sees like he's appreciating his opportunity. You can see it in him, his eyes, bro. You can see it in the way he attacks the game, the way he walks the sideline. Everything about his vibe right now is that he understands what he almost lost, and not even suggesting that that's his fault or there's any blame to go to. I'm just merely telling you, it's might be a blessing in disguise. His determination right now. Judkins is going to go crazy. Traded away Lamb for Rice and Jacobs. I definitely like that. Smitty approved that trade. Not that I don't try and trade Jacobs after this game that he has against the Dallas Cowboys. Traded Pickens and Chuba for Scat and Rice. I'm fine with that long term as long as you can weather through everything. Corum, Marks, and Ollie on waivers. Pick one. Probably Ollie. Corum is definitely needed if you have Kyron. Do I give Etienne and Pickens for Wilson? I'd rather have Garrett. I'd rather have Etienne and Pickens. 12-man, my Bucky for Etienne, BTJ, Hendy. My Bucky for Etienne, BTJ, and Hendy. Etienne, BTJ, Hendy's more valuable, but I flip a lot of that. I don't stop trading. Do I trade Pittman and Godwin for Monty? Yeah, definitely. And then I flip Monty. Pollard for Higgins and JCM and Dobbs. I don't know. Probably Pollard, but that's a bunch of nothing. Both teams get worse by making that trade, honestly. Have Rice 1 and 2 traded. Thank you for the super chat, though. Traded 1 and 2. Traded Swift, JMO, and getting Lamb. I definitely take Lamb in that situation. Traded my Benson DK for Hunter Brees. I love Benson and DK by a lot. Drew, appreciate you. Dynasty half PPR traded Kenneth Walker for a Dunze. Good. Yes, I'd rather have a Dunze. Got offered Chase Brown for Judkins. I'd take Judkins and run. Got offered to trade away Bucky and Hunter for Rashee Rice and Jordan Mason. I would take Bucky. I'd take Rice and Jordan Mason, I suppose, for right now. But at the end of the day, that could flip. If Hunter becomes something, which right now he's not, that could turn. Should I drop Fields and pick up Jackson Dart? I'd probably say Fields for now, but be on the lookout to do that move. We got a $20 hauler from Chris. Chris, appreciate your $20 hauler, young man. Thank you very much. We got Chris, another $20 hauler from another Chris. We got Tone with a $20 hauler. Both of you will get immediate attention. All three of you will. Appreciate you very much. And then we got Garrett with the $20 hauler who gets immediate attention as well. And then I'll get back to the super chats. I'm not missing any. If anybody thinks, Hurts, Brandon, let me see. Hurts and Brees. Okay. What did I say? Traded my Benson and DK for Hurts and Brees. Yeah, that's fine. For quarterback extra, I Smitty approved that. That's fine. I'm not the biggest, Hurts fan long term. I mean, the guy had a great second half last week, no doubt about it. But the guy struggled to pass for almost 2 years now. And he finally did it in that game, but we'll see how that continues. Traded Tet and Hampton for Rice and Ferguson. Tet and Hampton for Rice and Ferguson. I'd rather have Tet and Hampton. Hampton's going to be a top 10 running back. Tet's top 15 to 18. Love Rice, but you're waiting. So, yeah, I don't know. It has pros and cons to it. Another trade, Travis Hunter and Ramondre for Hendy. Love that one. Team's looking good. Like what you got. Let it ferment. Consider trading A.J. Brown. Don't know that I trade any of those running backs. Bijan, Achane, Judkins, Hendy. Love the team. Rice comes back. Adams is fantastic. A.J. Brown, I'm just trying to maybe get rid of A.J. Man, I would have traded A.J. Brown away maybe instead of Rice. Or you got Rice, right? Traded Tet and Hampton for Rice. Okay, so you got Rice. Yeah, Rice comes back. I'm set waiting on this team, bro. A.J. Brown, just contemplating making a move with A.J. Brown. That's it. Do we have any gifted memberships? I don't think we do. If we do, I'm sorry if I haven't acknowledged those yet. Chris, appreciate your $20 hauler. Record 2-1 with Lamb, Debo, Rice, Hunter, Booty, Bucky, Hampton, JCM, Pacheco, Mahomes, May. Would you do either of these? Hampton for BTJ and Sharps? Hell no. Or CD, Hunter, JCM for BTJ and Brees. That one's okay if you can't wait on CD. But I don't think those are the right trades. Like, if I'm trading CD, I want someone to give me BTJ and Brees alone. Just they got to take the gamble on that. To be throwing in all this other stuff too. I know you got to make drops anyway, but I don't know. Brees and BTJ for CD makes some sense. And I could sign off on that if you need that extra piece and you're going to go down the drain, bro, and not have a chance anyway. But I think you don't throw things back. Hey, man, this is the team. What do you think? What flex do I use? QB, Caleb Williams, Barkley, Cook, Collins, Adunze, McBride, bench, Henderson, Pearsall, Fannin, Hendy, bro. Hendy or Benson or Judkins. One of those. I probably lean toward, I guess, Judkins this week. But wow. And your team's fantastic. I mean, Adunze's a really good wide receiver, so it's not like you're in dire straits. I'm trying to upgrade Caleb Williams into a top 5 QB using maybe one of these bench running backs, but let it simmer for this week, and then you'll know what's what with the running back stable, and you'll be able to actually have proof to go get that quarterback with the value. 12, good team, though. You upgrade your quarterback into a top 5 quarterback, you're in the money, bro. 12-team PPR, Kyler Murray, Monty, Bucky, Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Fannin, Scatterboot, Bench, Rice, Sharps, JCM. Love the team. Bill, Tootin, A.O. Manor. I really believe in Marvin and or JD5, but I don't know how. I really believe in Marvin. Okay, any suggestions? Marvin. I don't know if I believe in Marvin Harrison right now. So you want to go get JD5. I mean, Kyler Murray, Monty. Use Monty. Monty's got some good value right now. Use JCM and Monty. Use Bill and Monty. Use Charbonnet if you want to get JD5. Use Scatterboot if you want to get JD5. As far as Marvin Harrison, bro, I mean, I don't know. Charbonnet, Bill, Scatterboot for Marv, but I wouldn't even do that. But that's if you wanted a piece to trade, don't trade any of those other pieces. Thank you for the super chat, bro. 2-1 non-PPR traded Pickens and Igbuka McBride for CD and Tyler Warren. Roster will be Dak, ETN, Judkins, Mason, Sharps, Puka, Keenan Allen, CD. It's a good team, bro. Pickens, Igbuka, McBride. I don't know if I would have made that trade, though. Because Pickens, Igbuka, McBride. I mean, Pickens, Igbuka is probably better than just CD, and McBride's better than Tyler Warren, even though I love Tyler Warren. I probably wouldn't have made that trade, but your team still is a league-winning team, no doubt about it. I mean, there's two different avenues to get there. So you have a fantastic looking squad, my boy. Fantastic. Smitty, approve your team overall. I don't know if I would have done that trade, but it's really close. Your team looks great. Baldwin with a $20 hauler. And thank you, gentlemen, for the $20 haulers. The Stephen Davis, nothing to it. Rye Guy McFly, Alex, Baldwin right here. The other $20 haulers for Chris S. and then Chris B. And then Tone Williams, appreciate you. And Garrett, thank you guys for those $20 super chats. You're absolute savages. All of you deserve this right here, this $20 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Appreciate you, bro. Smitty, need some help on trades to get my something. Here's my team. 0-3. Burrow on IR. Fields, Geno Smith, I assume. Walker, Bucky Irving, Genty, Adams, Adunze, Olave, Lamb, Pearsall, Fannin, Kelsey, Godwin. It's a good team. How you 0-3 injuries, but I mean, damn. Sucks, bro. You got hit hard. Burrow, Lamb. I mean, you got hit bad. If anybody says, oh, I got hit with injuries, you got hit with injuries. And then the Genty on top of that is like just a nutsack kick. I mean, but I kind of like your team still. I'm trying to get rid of Lamb. I'm going after Judkins and Garrett Wilson. I'm going after Benson and Garrett Wilson. I'm going after some kind of package like that. Walker for Judkins. Genty for Judkins. I definitely love buying Genty, but also if I have him, if I drafted him, I'm looking for that Judkins straight up. Adunze for, like, if you could trade Adunze for Benson and get, I don't know, Benson and something solid. Adunze's got that like top 10, 12 wide receiver value right now to people, and he still could maintain that all year, but he's a good trade piece. I'd probably say looking to get rid of Walker, getting rid of Genty, one of those for Judkins or Benson or Hendy and Hampton. And if you get one of those, try and get something else. Try and upgrade Olave. Try and upgrade Pearsall slightly. Get a BTJ instead of Pearsall in that trade or whatever. That would be a solid move, in my opinion. Thank you for the $20 super chats. $20 haulers get immediate attention, so we cleared those out. Is Travis Hunter a good buy low? Bro, in Dynasty, yes. I think he is. I think you can get him pretty damn cheap right now. 27-round keeper league, worth dropping Noel or Tez Johnson or Isaiah Bond, Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, but, you know, that's preference. Those are negligible players. Would you trade Jamar Chase for Rashee Rice? I will want Rice and something, but I would definitely consider that kind of move. G-Men, my BT for Debo, Herbert. I have Kyler Murray right now. Yes, I would definitely trade BT for that. That'd be a great trade. Just got Rice. We got gifted memberships here. 20 gifted memberships from BBQ. BBQ, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships, my guy. BBQ to the mother freaking moon. BBQ, 20 gifted memberships. BBQ to the moon, bro. Just got Rice and May for Debo and Scatterboo. Rice and May for Debo and Scatterboo. That could go either way, man. Debo and Scatterboo is a lot of value. That's a fantastic side as well. I think it's pretty even Steven, to be honest with you. But I don't hate either side. You know, they're both pretty good. Let me see here. Breece Hall. Come on, what's my screen freezing for? Breece Hall and London or Kyron and DJ Moore. Breece Hall and London or Kyron, DJ Moore. Give me Breece Hall and London. I take the gamble. But it's close. Traded Debo for ETN. Kind of regret it. Yeah, I don't know. If you had Tootin, I'd like it. If not, then I don't. But I think he could work out either way. I like ETN right now. but I do want Tootin. JT and Giddens for Hampton and Rashee Rice and Hendo. JT and Giddens. I'd take Hampton, Rice, and Hendo in a millisecond. That is a freaking unbelievable package to get there. I got offered my Josh Allen and Igbuka. I received Bo Nix and Hampton. I would want Josh Allen and Igbuka by a lot, bro. Sorry. Igbuka and Hampton are probably dead even. Josh Allen crushes Bo Nix, so that's not probably the best trade. I'm sorry. Caleb and Genti for Nico. I'd rather have Nico by quite a bit. I mean, it depends on your quarterback situation, but it doesn't matter. Hall for Genti and Judkins. I'd take Pickens. I'd take Genti and Judkins over Hall and Pickens. Genti and Judkins, Smitty approved. Don't worry, I'm not missing anybody's super chats. Traded Lamb for London and Daniel Jones. Current QB is T. Law. I can understand this, Land. Yeah, I'm fine with that, given the quarterback situation. I get it. JSN and Judkins for Lamb, Hendy, and Harvey. JSN and Judkins for Lamb, Hendy, and Harvey. I'd rather have JSN and Judkins. By a lot, not a ton, but by a decent amount. Am I crazy to offer BTJ for Scatterboo for Bucky? I'd take Bucky. It's not really close. Genti for Judkins. If not, I can get more. I'd try and get more, but I'm taking Judkins, as I've said like 5 times on the show. I'm taking Judkins over Genti for sure. Trade Debo away for Chase Brown. Debo away for Chase Brown. I could get behind either side of this. If you need a running back, go get Chase Brown and take a gamble on it. It's fine. Genti and Rice or JT. I'd rather have Genti and Rice if I need the 2 positions. Like if I'm taking like a Debo, I'm putting him on the bench, or a Lab McConkey, then I'm not doing that. But if I need that player, I definitely would take the 2 players. Traded May, Javonte, and Terry for Love, Chuba, and CD. May, Javonte, and Terry. I'd rather have Love, Chuba, and CD by quite a bit. Dynasty, Scatman, or Chase Brown. I'm going to go Scat safer. Chase Brown's higher risk, higher reward. If I had 2 leagues, I'd want 1 and 1 and 1 of the other. If that makes sense. Offer Barkley, Quentin Johnson, and Cup for my Hampton and Rice. Barkley, Quentin Johnson, and Cup for my Hampton and Rice. I'd take Hampton and Rice. I'd take the Hampton and Rice side. Would you do Olave for Jason for Judkins? What do you think? Of course I would, Steelers. Come on, bro. I mean, when you hear me tell you Judkins is going to be a top 10 running back, what do you think? Judkins is going to be a top 8 to 10 running back. So, absolutely. Parker, thank you for the blank super chat. Appreciate you. Hampton for my Buka, JCM, or I can get more. I mean, I'm taking Buka and Hampton are dead even. It just depends on what position you need. 1 and 2, I trade Chase Brown for Rice. I'd rather have Rice if I can weather through the situation. And the DJ Moore or Olave, DJ Moore, but it's close. All right, let me get back in a little bit out of order here. Brian, appreciate you. Should I trade Harvey and Worthy for Henderson and Jameson Williams? Harvey and Worthy for Jameson and Hendy. Harvey and Worthy. Give me the Hendy side all day long. All day long. Gavin, appreciate you. Allen, Pickens, Buka, CMC, Hendy. Any good moves to make? DJ Moore. DJ Moore, I don't know. I don't think there's much. Unless you're trading CMC for 2 pots of gold, Gavin, I'm probably standing down. But I definitely consider that all year long, bro. 2 pots of gold. Not 1 mediocre player and a good player. 2 absolute pots of gold. Otherwise, there's not much movability with that team. CMC's your bargaining chip. You're going after like Judkins and Nico. You're going after like 2 monsters. Sorry for the large trade, Smitty. Trade my Fields, Henry, Wilson, Warren for his. You don't have to apologize. JD5, Pollard, Lamb, and Bowers. Okay, so Tyler Warren and Bowers, slight edge to maybe Bowers for now, but that might change. Lamb, Garrett Wilson, I'd rather have Lamb long term, but Garrett Wilson's got that edge. Henry, Fields, Daniels. Man, Probably the Derrick Henry side. Reason being, bro, you think about it, you got JD5 over Fields, sure. I hope you have another backup plan if Fields gets benched or something, but Pollard, Lamb, and Bowers might get you nothing right now. For how many weeks? We don't even know. Derrick Henry, Wilson, and Tyler Warren are smashing the hell out of that side right now. So I want that side, and I hope you have a backup quarterback plan, but would you trade London and Worthy for BTJ? I probably would rather take a chance on London. I just don't think I'm making that trade. My boy Hassan back. I was hoping I didn't offend Hassan yesterday. Hassan's got thick skin. Look at his car. The guy drives 100 miles per hour on the what is that? The Ocean. 0-3, 12-team, 2 flex. Burrow, Dart, London, JSN, Buka, Tet, Dobbs, Thornton, Chase Brown, Pollard, Benson, Sharps, ETN. Did I see Tootin? Where's Tootin? Where's Tootin, bro? Any moves? Okay, so this team, that Burrow stuff sucks, man. It sucks to see it, but maybe Darden impresses major. London, JSN, Buka, Tet. I like this. I'm maybe moving London. I'm maybe moving Tet to upgrade something. Pollard, Benson, love Benson, ETN. I want Tootin. Go to the Tootin owner, try and send him ETN to upgrade Pollard or upgrade Tet or upgrade London. That's what I'm doing. That's my first move. Past that, Tet and ETN. Tet and ETN, or London and ETN for one big player. Obviously, the ETN and London should get you the world or a big monster. Go after Bucky. Go after Bucky with the bigger package and go after, try and get something back. And then Tet and ETN for Judkins and something, or for Hampton and something. Hassan, appreciate you. Traded K9 for Judkins. Love it. While keeping Sharps after week 1, you called it lateral in the moment, wondering if things have changed. Did I improve? Traded K9 for Judkins. It's fine. It's perfect. I mean, just let Charbonnet do his thing once he's ready, once he's back. Like, this is a move that you made to get the best of both worlds. And Judkins, I'd rather have over Walker by a country mile right now. So it's fantastic. Start 4 of these. Judkins, Benson, Tet, and Pickens for me. I like Pearsall and Pickens about the same, so trust your gut there. I'm indifferent there, but I'd rather have Pickens without Lamb that's going to throw to that man constantly. So get ready for a whole bunch of Pickens. Ugh, I have to start Devontae Smith or BTJ. I would go BTJ. Who are you starting? Going to be better off with running back flex, Monty or Judkins? Judkins. If you can start, first of all, Judkins over all of them. And then I would go Monty second, safest, but BTJ's higher risk, higher reward. I'd probably go BTJ over Monty this week, but I would go Judkins over all of them. So hopefully that helps you there all around. Striking out on trades 1 and 2, 12-man. Any ideas what you could get? Probably, let's see, Tet and... I love your team. Tet and Hall for one bigger player. Go after Bucky. ETN and Tet for Bucky. Go ETN or Hall and Tet for JJ. Tet for... You could trade Tet for London or Hall for London and take a gamble on London. McBride. I definitely shop McBride if the price is right, but I think you're better off trying those. Got offered MHJ for my Sharps from the Walker owner for my Sharps. I don't know, man. I guess I'd take the chance on MHJ maybe if you don't need him at running back. Only other running backs at the moment are Hendy, Harvey, Gordon. And no, I think I'd just keep Sharps over Marv in that case. If I had a surplus of wide receivers running backs. Max, Rice owner has Lamb and is 2-1. Any moves? I got Bijan, Hampton, Scattaboo, Harvey, Ollie, Sharps, Buka, Sun God, Garrett Wilson, 2-1. I mean, I'd trade Scattaboo for either one, but that's the only thing that I could see here. I don't want to move anything else. I like what you got. So see if they're interested in Scat. That would be fine. Rice over Scat for the long term, even though I love Scat. Would you trade London for Achane and or Debo for Judkins? I'd keep Achane, so hell no. And then Debo for Judkins, I'd take Judkins. Yes, sir. even if it made me have to do other trades. Achane, Sharps, Garrett Wilson, Buka. Trade Chase Brown and DJ Moore for my McBride and Sharps. I'd rather have McBride and Sharps. Also, he sent me Achane, McBride, Sharps for Puka, Chase Brown, DJ Moore. Achane, McBride, Sharps. So you trade Achane, McBride, and Sharps for Puka, Chase Brown, and DJ Moore. I'd rather have Achane, McBride, Sharps. These are not good trades. I'm sorry, my boy. Should I trade Bowers, Hendy, and Ridley for Judkins, Sutton, and Fannin? Judkins, Sutton, and Fannin. No, wait. Bowers, Hendy, Ridley, Judkins, Sutton, Fannin. Give me Bowers, Hendy. I'm sorry. Bowers, Hendy. Definitely taking a chance on Bowers there. Hendy is going to be fantastic. He's running with the ones today, by the way. If we didn't, I should have led with that report too. We'll talk about that tonight when we get into the other. We're talking about Rice being a league winner, and Bucky and Hendy will be league winners. We'll talk about that tonight. But Hendy was leading off the practice as the 1. Gibson was the 2. Ramondre was the 3 today in practice. 0-3, Kyler, Hampton, Judkins, Garrett Wilson, Buka, McBride, Pearsall, bench Hendy, Sharps, Addison, and A.O. Manor. Traded CD for Judkins. I'm fine with that. Any other moves to make? Hampton, Judkins, Garrett Wilson, Buka, McBride, Pearsall. Love the team. Pearsall, Sharps to the Walker owner to get a little better wide receiver. Or Addison, Sharps to the Walker owner to get a little bit better wide receiver upgrade. That's the only move I can really think of right now. The only move that I think would be worth for you to make a move on. Ryan, appreciate you with your super chat. You're 1 and 2 with this team here. Hunter Cup, what moves should you make? How about you trade away Herbert or JD5 to a QB needy owner? There's at least 1 or 2 with the QB injuries right now. Trying to upgrade Pickens, trying to upgrade Worthy, trying to upgrade Scary Terry, trying to upgrade Mason, even if you can. And Mason's fantastic. That's what you do. That's the only move to make. That's the easy move to make, and it's almost the guaranteed path to a trade. Start 1, Debo or Scattaboo. Debo if JD5 plays, Scattaboo if he doesn't. This week, Worthy or Addison. Probably, we're news dependent on that one. We got to wait and see. Definitely got to wait and see. 2 Mean Fuzz, appreciate you with the super chat. Ridley or Olave. I think I'm going to go Olave for right now. Thank you for that $20 hauler, 2 Mean Fuzz. Let me put you on screen here with Max. Max, who has a $20 hauler. I'm going to give you guys a joint bunk bed style celebration for the $20 hauler super chats. Let me hit the button at the same time for you to save
alert.
time. Consolidate.
Super chat alert.
Got Rice and Walker for Jalen Warren and Pickens yesterday. Home runs. Now trade Rice. I'm sorry, not Rice. Walker. Keep Rice. I have another trade on the table. I give A.J. Brown and ETN for Justin Jefferson. That's a lot to give up. I do like it in theory. If you could get something else, does he have a Harvey, a Lad McConkey, anything you could get thrown in? But I do like that. I think I'm probably still leaning toward doing it. I'm just trying to get more. This one here, we got another $20 super chat from, who was that? From Rick. Rick dropping a 20 watt on screen. Rick, I got you right here, pal. Appreciate you. Rick to the moon.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Rick needs to get to the gym, by the way. I think Rick's letting it slip. Just a little bit. 2 Mean Fuzz. I'm 1 and 2, 12-team PPR. May, Bijan, Bucky, Amon-Ra, Evans, Worthy, Hunter, Rice. Got offered Jordan Mason and Nico for Evans and Bucky. Definitely take that. Smash that, 2 Mean Fuzz. That's fantastic, bro. Look, Bucky, Nico are pretty damn near dead even. And Evans is out. Time, you're getting Jordan Mason, who's maybe a top 12 running back right now. Bro. All right, let's go to Rick, who, like I said, needs to probably hit the gym a little bit more. Rick's the man. Rick, thank you.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Stefan says, can anyone answer my question about Jacobs in the Patreon, please? Steven, if you just asked me a question right there, I would have seen it. But Steven, make sure all your messages are under one message. Sometimes that's why people don't get answers over there. They spread them out. You got to nest it all, or people don't respond. Yo, Smitty, I have Bucky, Achane, Benson, Mason, Genty, London, Harrison, Tucker. Guys offering Rome for Genty. What do you think? Guys, what do you think here? Would you rather have Rome or Genty? Genty or Rome? Bucky, Achane, Benson. You're good there with those 3 running backs. And you got Mason, too. London, Harrison, Tucker. Guy offering me Rome for Genty. You're getting a nonstop Rome here, bro. Your running backs are fantastic. Would I try and give him Mason for Rome? Yes. And I know some might want Mason over Genty, but I still believe in Genty to a degree. So but I think you could take that trade. Honestly, bro, the worst case scenario is that it's like near dead even. You know what I mean? When you really think about it. So I would take it. I would take that trade. I think but I would try and do Mason. Devontae Smith and Puka for Devon Achane and Malik. Devontae Smith and Puka for. Why would this even be a question, Alex? It's one of the worst trades. I mean, take Achane and Malik. I mean, that's one of the worst trades that other person can make. Puka, I love Puka, but Puka for Achane and Malik Neighbors. I don't think that's even gonna pass even if you don't have vetoes. They're going to create a veto process for that trade alone. My Kyron and K9. We got gifted memberships here. Andy dropping 20 gifted memberships. Andy to the mother freaking moon. Andy, thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships. Guys, please thank Andy who dropped gifted memberships. BBQ dropped 50 gifted memberships. Or 20. Andrew dropped 20 gifted memberships. Freaking monsters, both of you, Andy and BBQ. Let me put this in the corner here so people can see the glory that is BBQ and Andy. Andy, thank you so much. BBQ, you're always giving to this channel and being amazing. Mike, Kyron for K9 and T. Higgins. I'd rather have Kyron. Sorry. Just traded Pollard for Debo because Evans is out. I think that's a home run. Debo all the way. May or Caleb rest of season. I would go May. Drop Fannin for May. Yeah, I like Fannin still though. Traded Pearsall for Ferguson to upgrade tight end. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with either side. Should I trade away Lamar for JD5 and Hendy? JD5 and Hendy. Geddes or Rice, Devontae Adams? Woo! Give me Rice and Devontae Adams all day long. Adams is playing out of his mind. Great news. Trevion first team reps at practice. Yep, that's what we were saying earlier, Kevin. Give Jordan Mason, T. Higgins for Hendy in London. I would take Hendy in London. Mason Flowers, JMO for Bucky, Myers, Golden. Mason Flowers, JMO for Bucky, Myers, Golden. Give me Bucky, Myers, Golden. Bucky and Addison for Rashee Rice and Jordan Mason. I would take Bucky and Addison, but it's close and arguable. I think you missed my super chat. Probably not, Christopher. I would stop to check, but I'm almost guaranteed that we got. I'll check right now. I'm almost positive that this is not a correct assessment. It always sucks when I slow down to check and then it's not correct. Hold on, because it just slows down everything when. Christopher Land, L-A-N-T. Wait, hold on. Striking out. Yeah, I read that one, bro. I know you were, when you sent that, you didn't think I did, but guys, just listen to me. I'm trying to get to your super chats as fast as I can, but it slows down when everyone says I missed it, and I go searching and I didn't miss it. All right. Thank you for those super chats, gifted memberships, Andy. Appreciate you. Sutton, Javonte Williams, Benson. If anybody says, Smitty, I think you missed my super chat, can you please in the chat, politely, don't yell at anybody, but remind them, hey, Smitty, we'll get to it. He didn't miss it. About 99.99%, you're just waiting. I'm trying to get to him as quick as I can. PPR sit 2. Sutton, Javonte, Benson, Hendy. I'm not sitting Benson or Hendy. I guess, I don't know. Adam, make a trade. How am I supposed to do this? Sutton, Javonte, Benson, Hendy. Chat, vote on this one. Sutton, Javonte, Benson, Hendy. Please vote on this one. What 2 are you starting? List the 2 that you're starting. I mean, Sutton's real nice. Javonte's steady Eddie. Benson's on the rise, ready to rumble. Hendy. Benson and Hendy are your high-risk plays. High risk, high reward. Sutton and Javonte are probably your steady Eddie safe plays, to be honest. Bowers or Benson, Henry, Worthy, Dynasty, not tight end premium. Bowers or Benson, Henry, Worthy. I'd rather have Bowers over all of that, probably. I mean, I'm drafting Bowers ahead of all those guys, so give me Bowers. Okay, Mike is next. Mike, appreciate you. Fields, Hampton, Scat, Puka, Amon-Ra, Tyler Warren was offered CMC plus Adunze for Puka Hampton. CMC Adunze for Puka Hampton. Give me CMC Adunze, but then well, you know what? Puka's as valuable as CMC. Hampton, it's close. Chat, would you keep the CMC Adunze side and then just try and flip CMC from more and then keep, Adunze? Or would you take this trade and take Puka and Hampton? Hampton's going to be a top, 8 to 10 running back. I think I probably still shop CMC. Like, I would want Puka and Hampton straight up for CMC. I think, Mike, I'm still trying to sell him higher than this. And if you can't, I mean, I hate to have you hold on to him and he gets injured and you wish you made the trade. So I'm not saying don't. I don't know. I'm torn on that one. Can you get him to throw in a little bit more than I'm down? Like, throws in a Harvey, throws in a Ladd, something like that, and I'm down, bro. PPR lost Lamb. Traded Rice for Worthy and Hendy. Should I trade Hubbard and Waddle for Garrett Wilson or BTJ? Don't trade Hubbard and Waddle for BTJ because he hasn't proven anything. Garrett Wilson, maybe. Also, Scat, Olave, London, Hampton. God, I wouldn't have traded Lamb and Rice for Worthy and Hendy. I love Hendy, but Lamb and traded... Oh, no, hold on. Lost Lamb, traded Rice. Okay. Traded Rice for Worthy and Hendy. Never mind. Okay, so trade Hendy and... don't trade Hendy, I'm sorry. Trade Worthy. Keep Hendy. Trade Worthy and Hubbard for like one big monster. Trade Hubbard for Genty. Trade Worthy and another player for Genty. I don't mind trading for BTJ. But you're trading like Worthy or, Waddle and Worthy for BTJ. Like, take a gamble like that. Just sent away Worthy and JCM for Javonte. I like that trade. That trade's nice. Need another move. Not really. I'd probably stand down for now. I'm not trading Hall or Bijan or London. I'm not trading Bijan, but I'm not trading Hall or London. Low. Love Patty. Not trading him low. Rome's real nice right now. Bowers, Javonte. I think you wait a week, let some guys regain their value, but I Smitty approve your trade. Trying to trade for Cook, have JSN, McMillan, Buka, Pickens, and Pearsall. Running backs for CMC, Chase Brown, Hubbard. So if you're trying to trade Hubbard or Chase Brown with Ricky, boom. Pickens, maybe. Tet McMillan, try and get something back. Those are the only maneuvers that would work. But make sure if you're doing Tet, you're getting something back because I think that's too much to do. You need a 2 for 2. 1 and 2, Dak, Henderson, Hendy, ETN. ETN and JSN for Buka and Mason. ETN and JSN for Buka and Mason. Give me... Not being traded, sadly. I don't know. ETN and JSN's probably slightly better, but what if ETN, if you don't have Tootin, ETN loses his job, boom. You know, Mason, Buka, probably a tad safer, but it's pretty close, Oscar. I mean, chat, vote on that one. Buka, Mason, ETN, JSN. Go with what the chat says. Not trying to wiggle out of answering it. I give you my answer, but I think go, because I'm wavering, go with the chat vote. The groupthink is probably your best choice of action. 10-team PPR is Tyreek and Mason too much to give up for JD5. No. Other running backs are Gibbs, Scat, Benson. You're great at running backs, so I'm fine with that. Is it an overpay? Maybe, but maybe not. I mean, JD5's a baller, bro. You know, I'm not running away from JD5. It's a huge advantage to have a quarterback right now. Traded Barkley and May and Sharps for Hampton, Javonte Williams, and Metcalf. I like that. I could get behind that. Did I fleece myself? No, I think Barkley's amazing. Of course, I love Barkley, but Hampton, Javonte, and Metcalf's a lot. I'd try and maybe package Metcalf and Javonte for like one bigger player. I'd try and trade Metcalf for London or Javonte for, Hendy and something. You know, I'm not done trading that, but I think it's a fine trade. Look, Barkley blows up next week, you could have got more. If Barkley doesn't, then you wouldn't have got more. You know, so it depends on if you think Barkley's going to turn it up a notch. Any trades? Knicks, Bucky, Kyron, Judkins, Lamb, Rice, Sutton, A.O. Manor. Got Rice today off waivers. That's crazy. I wish I didn't have Rice in some of the leagues I do, because I wonder if, you know, I could go get him cheap. I got him in like every league. Kyron Judkins is fantastic with Bucky, bro. Lamb, Rice, Sutton, Debo. You're so good at wide receiver. I'm not doing anything. I'm not unless I'm getting Garrett Wilson straight up for, or I don't even know if I do. Like, your team's so good. I think I just wait on Lamb and Rice. Sutton and Debo will be fine. They'll suffice. You know, you'll be good. A.O. Manor is fantastic right now. I think you just let it ride, bro. That team is really good. You start getting out of that, that's like changing lanes on the freeway. And you're going to wish you didn't change lanes. You're going to wish you just had stayed in your lane, and your lane will pick up. And if you switch, the lane that you're in, that you're getting out of, is going to go faster than the lane that you get in. It's just going to be that, why did I change lanes? Damn it, look at the lane that I was in. Now it's going zooming by. Hi, Smitty, 10-man league, home league, PPR. Not sure how to upgrade this team. Gibbs, Bucky, BTJ, JSN. Love the team. Garrett Wilson, my bench is Igbuka. Why is Igbuka on your bench? Answer me this, Ricky. What have I done to offend you? What has Buka done to offend you so greatly? Why in the hell would you have Buka on the bench over BTJ? I like BTJ. I'm trying to acquire BTJ. But you're asking me, how do you upgrade the team? How about you start setting your lineup, Ricky? They're done. Super chat answered. Conclusion. Let's go trade for Ibuka. Oh, wait, you got him. He's on your bench, Ricky. He's on your bench. So, Ricky, I'm solving your solution here. You put Buka in your lineup, you're now 2-1 instead of 1-2. Or you're 3-0. So, let's go put him in my lineup. Now you're done. You don't even need to make another trade, Ricky. Your team is fantastic. Now, while you're taking your lap, take a victory lap for having such a good team. Pat yourself on the back as you run your victory lap, Ricky. Please, man. Is Ibuka for JJ a good trade? It's got its pros and cons. Like, Buka could outplay him, but if I've got a lot of Buka shares in all these other leagues, do I take a chance in this one? Yeah. Make sure you got Buka in another league, though. Appreciate you, Smitty, Start, Judkins, Benson, Hendy. Appreciate you. I'm going Judkins this week, but I love all three, bro. I'm making trades if I'm you. I'd even contemplate having these as my three running backs, and then moving everybody else to get JJ and Puka and St. Brown, and surround my three RBs with that. But I mean, Judkins is the guy probably right now. Trey Benson, Juwan Jennings for Tyreek Hill. If you like losing, Steven, Trey Benson is better than all of them. I wouldn't trade. I would take Trey Benson over Tyreek, and say Jennings is on the other side of this trade. I mean, why in the hell would you trade Trey Benson right now? You trying to break up with Trey Benson before he breaks up with you? He's not going out to get ice and not coming back, bro. He's staying. He's staying, bro. Tomorrow night, would you start MHJ or Torrey Horton? Probably MHJ. I mean, I get it, but, bro. Jordan Mason or Hendy rest of the season. I'm going to go Hendy, but it's certainly an arguable thing. Got Genty and Cup for Olave. That's great, bro. I don't know. Tyler Warren and Sharps Marks for Judkins. I have Fannin. I like Judkins a little bit more, but I love both of them, bro. Chase, Debo, Hunter, Rice. Send Chase for Tet and Quinshawn Judkins. I would definitely do that. It sucks to say. I mean, we love Jamar Chase, but give me Judkins and Tet all day long, and then trade maybe Tet and something to upgrade it back into a wide receiver. That trade CD for JT and Jennings. Yeah, I mean CD's out, bro. That's an easy trade. That's light work. Light work. We got Double D dropping the $20 super chat. Double D. We got Matta dropping the $20 super chat. Matta. Monsters. Bunk bed celebration.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Honestly, I love the $20 super chats more than anything because it lets me get a sip of something to drink here. Double D, appreciate you. Running back Bucky, Kyron, Gordon, Harvey, Bill, CD, Evans, Rice. Just traded Kyron, Rice, and Gordon for BTJ, Genty, and A.O. Manor. Felt cooked at wide receiver, and he moves. First of all, oh man, I don't know if I would have done this trade. I like BTJ, but Rice is top 5 to 7 when he returns. That's what the title of the video is about. So I don't know that I would have done this. Kyron over Genty. So Kyron over Genty, Rice over BTJ. I know you get BTJ now, but what if he's not even doing well? If BTJ does nothing next week, you know what you're going to do? You're going to send me a super chat going, do I sit BTJ for A.O. Manor? And then we're like, well, what did you trade then? You know, so I wouldn't have done this. You were 2-1. You could have waited on Rice. I'm just telling you so you know for future trades or another league or whatever. As far as this team, I mean, CD, Lamb, Evans, Rice, you got hit hard. I get it, but you're 2-1. Traded Connor and Rice. Hopefully, Genty and BTJ both bounce back. If they do, I'll be so happy for you. And I think that they're very good gambles right now, but I just don't know for those two players. I guess if it's me, I'm trying to trade CD for like Judkins and a wide receiver. Of course, I'm trying to get a Garrett Wilson. Probably not going to get him, but you try. Wide receiver around that territory. Adams is kind of a nice undervalued wide receiver 1 right now because he did well, but he didn't like explode last week. So you could get like a Hendy and Adams for CD. Try and get a package like that. Hampton, Benson, Judkins, Hendy with like an Adams with something around that territory. That's probably what I'm doing with that team, my boy. Matta with the $20 hauler, and then Jordan.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Thank you, Jordan, for the $20 super chat. 1999 one here from Matta. Trade my Bowers and JCM Hunt for his Ladd and Judkins. Thank you, Smitty. Bro, I love the idea. I do this. I love Bowers. I love him, but we don't know what he is right now. And honestly, I like Ladd as a sneaky go-get player and Judkins over Bowers right now if I'm drafting today. I think you made a good trade. And you got a good team. You can wait on this team. Fannin and Likely, you'll be okay. Try and get Tyler Warren in a trade. JCM, maybe somebody will do that. If you got a backup quarterback that you could throw to somebody as well as a JCM or something, maybe you can pull off something like that. I don't know. Good team. Love the team. Maybe Harvey gets you back into a Tyler Warren once Harvey rises up. So you don't necessarily need to stick with that tight end situation anyway, but maybe Likely picks it up for you. Do I try and get an elite QB? The Allen owner needs running backs. Lamar owner wide receivers. 0-3 CMC, Kyron, Hampton, Neighbors, Buka. Love this team. Benson as a flex, bro, is unreal. You got Rice coming back. You know, if this is me, damn, man. If this is me, I'd explore Rice with Knicks to upgrade into a top 5 QB. I look at Mahomes in a way. MHJ and Knicks for Mahomes. Maybe the Mahomes owner has 2 quarterbacks and you could give them MHJ. I'd try and use MHJ, Evans, try and use Rice before I'm using any of these other players. Not touching Neighbors, not touching Hampton, not touching Kyron, not touching Ibuka, not touching Tyler Warren, not touching Benson. Toot and I leave alone. Debo you could use as well. So Debo, go get Mahomes or higher using Debo, Evans, MHJ, or Rice. And then as far as your other question here, do I try and go get an elite QB? So that I answered that. The Allen owner needs running backs. The Lamar owner needs wide receivers. So try that with those wide receivers. As far as the Allen owner, I suppose I'm considering see what they have at running back. If they've got a Judkins, I would give up CMC for Judkins or Hampton or Hendy if I'm getting Josh Allen. I would do it. I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks about that. That's a monster quarterback upgrade. And CMC might break. Can I get a vote in the chat? Who would take Judkins and Josh Allen over Christian McCaffrey? I would. I would. Who would take Hampton? So I don't know what they have at RB, but that's just my idea there. I don't know, but that should help you get at least started. And Jordan, come back if you've got any specifics. Watch the CMC owners come in here. No way! I'm a Niner fan. I would never trade CMC for Judkins and Josh Allen. No, I got Purdy. Purdy's the it. Purdy's the ticket. Purdy's the guy. Piñeiro's the guy. Mike Kyron and Debo for Nico and Genti. Give me Nico and Genti on a whim. Traded Tyreek and ETN for Genti and Tyler Warren. It could go either way. I'd probably rather have Genti and Tyler Warren, but it's pretty close. Start to Hendy, Worthy, ETN and Hendy. Not close right now, but could it be something you regret? I don't know. Let's see what Worthy practice looks like tomorrow and the next day. Maybe we change our minds. Let's take that to kick off. Thank you for the blank $2.99. Make sure you put your message in it. I won't see any other additional messages like, hey, see my other message. I won't see it. There's too many messages that go by. Trade Bucky for K9 and Benson. Nope. Not doing it. My craft for Josh Jacobs. I would rather have Josh Jacobs. What are your thoughts on MHJ right now? I think he's a wide receiver 3-4 that you're contemplating benching every week for other options. You're putting Benson in without a hesitation. You're putting in Ricky Pearsall without a hesitation. Genti, Montgomery, Benson, and Brees. Should I move one of them for MHJ? Monty, I would be okay with maybe moving for MHJ, but none of the other ones, bro. No way. And that's only if you're in dire straits and can't get a better option, and you need to take a gamble on that. But Mitchell, appreciate you. Mahomes, Penix, Garrett Wilson, Lamb, Rice, A.O. Manor, Hunter, Bucky, Bill, Hendy, 0-3, any moves. Look, it's all coming together for you here soon. Lamb and Rice will be back. Garrett Wilson's fine right now. Mahomes will be even better, stronger. Bucky's going to kick into high gear. Hendy's going to deliver. You're fine here, but if you were to move anything, it'd be go to the Walker owner, see what Charbonnet can upgrade Bill or Pitts or Lamb or Rice into. Like maybe you could get a JJ using Lamb and Sharbs like in that situation, but I think your meal ticket might be the Kenneth Walker owner. But I like your team. I'm not moving anything in crazy fashion unless I'm getting like Garrett Wilson for Rice, etc. Watch out. Appreciate you. Traded Hurts and Myers and Ramondre and for Mahomes, Javonte Williams. You say Jay Williams. It could be JMO. It could be Javonte. I mean, you got to be clear on that. And Kirk. CD CD hurts, so start 2 Tucker, Chubb, Kirk. Probably Tucker and Jawan for safety. Tucker, Chubb for, I guess, high risk, high reward. And as for the trade, Hurts, Myers, and Ramondre for Mahomes. And I guess it's Javonte. I probably lean toward the Mahomes Javonte side. If it's JMO, it's a little closer. I am flipping Javonte if possible. Rich, appreciate you. Bijan, Bucky, Hendy, love the RBs, bro. Harvey, fantastic. JSN, Garrett Wilson, JMO, love this team. Striking out on trades. You don't need to trade. Judkins owner needs wide receivers also. Who should I target? I don't know that I'm moving much, bro. Would I move JMO and I don't know. Like Judkins for like, what do you need? You don't need Judkins. You got Hendy, Bucky, and Bijan. I know you want to get involved in that, but would I move like JMO for Rice? Yeah. JMO for Lamb, of course. Would I throw in Pittman? Yeah, hell yeah. Pittman and JMO for Rice. Go do that live. The story of the day. JMO for London. JMO for BTJ. Take a gamble there. Those are moves I'd consider with your team, but your team's fine. You don't need to go after an RB. Some teams you don't need Judkins in. You got this team, you know. Rich, did I already do this one? This looks familiar. I think this is the one I just did. Let me ask you again on a fresh day, okay? Would you trade Ibuka and Hampton for Rice and JJ? Yeah, I don't even know what I answered last time, so you're going to get a fresh answer. I think Ibuka and Hampton is safer. I don't know if that's what my answer was last time. Rice is out 3 more games. JJ's good, but questionably as good as Buka right now, to be honest. I probably like JJ in a vacuum, maybe, just because of the name value, and I don't even know if that's the bias involved, you know? And then it's like Hampton's, you know, worth Rice anyway. So, Buka, Hampton, but I do love Rice. CD for Rice and something is probably more along the lines of what I would do, Hero. I appreciate you. Hopefully that was the right answer. What did I answer last time? I don't know what I answered last time. Settlers, thank you. Dynasty, trade Pickens and Dobbins for Chase Brown. I'd take Chase Brown. I don't think Chase Brown's done. I don't think. People are overreacting a little bit. Or maybe Dak and Goff with Pickens for Rashee Rice. I definitely like that too. I like that. I'd take both. I mean, I don't know if you can do both because Pickens would be involved, but I want both. I'd probably rather have Rice. 10-man super flex, Mahomes, Gibbs, Achane. 1 and 2 moves or just hold. Tootin, fantastic. Chase Brown, Rice. I like Keenan Allen. Man. Mahomes, Gibbs, Achane, Buka, Wilson. It's a fantastic team. I don't think I'm wanting to get rid of maybe Garrett Wilson, Keenan Allen, Garrett Wilson, Chase Brown for like a big JJ upgrade or something, but past that, I don't know that I'm moving the running backs. I like everything you have. I kind of wait on Chase Brown to rebound. I wait on Rice to return. I don't think unless I'm moving Keenan Allen and Garrett Wilson for one slightly better player, I think I'm standing down, bro. That's a good team. Maybe you even get like Lamb's a good player to get. Dashing. Single QB league, need help. Murray, JJ, MHJ, Achane, Hampton, Kelsey. I'm probably only trying to move MHJ and Quentin Johnston for just a slight wide receiver upgrade, bro. Just a slight. Let's go after London, who's discounted like crazy right now. Not moving Hampton. You're waiting on Harvey. Quentin Johnston for BTJ straight up. For Ladd straight up. Just a couple ideas for you. Past that, you're kind of stuck, I think, for this week. Looks rough. Pick one, Hunter, Harvey, A.O. Manor. A.O. Manor is your safe play here, bro. I want to say Harvey, but probably A.O. Manor. Or Tootin. I'd go Tootin if it's me. But Tootin's the high-risk, high-reward play. A.O. Manor's the safe play, but I'd say Tootin for me. Have JD5 drop Penix for Dart. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with either side. I had Penix in one league. I'm waiting one more week. I grabbed Dart in another league where Penix wasn't available, and I like that too, so it's kind of, I'm torn. Drop Fannin for Likely. I'm not dropping Fannin right now. I'm taking Likely. I'm picking up Likely if I can, but Fannin, what does Fannin do to deserve to be dropped? I don't understand why people are dropping a really high upside top 5 potential tight end. Also need 3 flex. Burden, Fannin, and probably JCM right now, or Gordon, JCM, and Burden, I guess. Maybe that's the best course of action. That second grouping. 12-man super flex, tight end 1.5 PPR, JD5 Mahomes Wentz. Okay. Who to trade for? Rice. Honestly, I'd consider Laporta and maybe JCM. I definitely, this is super flex right? Yeah, QBs are off the hook. I mean, Wentz might get you something right now too if you threw him in. Team's needy. Rice, I mean, Adams, I'd rather keep Adams right now unless you're trading Adams and JCM for like Rice, and then you're getting something like Ladd to fill in. Then I'm okay with that. That would be kind of a cool trade if you could get something in addition, and then you get Rice when he comes back. 18 PPR, bench Mason, Henderson, Harvey, Pickens, Tootin, Godwin on waivers. Drop anyone for them. For Godwin, Tootin, jeez. Keenan, what is this? Oh, 18 league, okay. Henderson, JCM, Harvey, Hill, Pickens. I'd rather have Tootin over JCM. Keenan Allen, I don't know. I don't think you can drop Hill or Pickens, so. But yeah, let's get Tootin for JCM. And I like JCM, monitor him, but it's 8-man league. He'll stay out there for a while. This team, in what order? So add Harrison, or no, Addison, Hunter, Franklin, Warren. Warren, pick up Purdy, Burden, or Horton in that order. I don't know, man. I don't think you're cutting anybody. Franklin for Burden, maybe, but that's a toss-up. So that I think you're good. If you want to pick up somebody, I guess Burden over Franklin, but I think Franklin and Burden are about the same. Worthy and Scatterboo for Rice. I would take Rice, bro. He's a top. I mean, the whole point of this show, bro. He wins leagues. Bijan, Hampton, Mason, JCM, other backs. Amon-Ra, BTJ. I like it, bro. I love Scatterboo, but it's a good move. It's a fantastic move. It's a league-winning move, my boy. League-winning. I have Rice and Lamb on the block. Desperate need of running back help. Benson, Hampton, ETN, Judkins. Owners want to make deals. In what order do you negotiate? So, I'd probably say I'm giving up Lamb for Judkins and something, Hampton and something, Hendy and something. ETN, I'm a little less eager to go get Benson and something. I'd do it for either one. Prioritize, I'd say Judkins, then Benson. Or Judkins, Hampton, Benson, ETN. And the only reason I go after ETN is if I'm getting like a little bit more back because there's some massive risk. Do I want a Ladd or something no matter what? Probably for one of those wide receivers. And I'd probably keep Rice if I can and trade Lamb. Thoughts on Kubiak saying Horton reminds him of JJ? I mean, we've liked Horton for a reason. There's a reason Horton's been a midseason monster the entire offseason over here on the midseason monster board. Horton is amazing. Great player. Fantastic player. Midseason monster looks great. Looks fantastic. Thoughts on Kubiak? I love it. Love it, Ryan. Appreciate your super chat, my boy. I have ETN trade Ollie for Tootin. Absolutely. Trade Achan for Hall and Sutton. I'm going to say no. Trade Achan or Henry for Judkins and BTJ or Ricky. I want BTJ over Ricky, to be honest. But trade Achan or Henry for Judkins, and I'm going to say no. I like those two running backs better, bro. My Gentee, Ladd and Pickens for Nico, Judkins, and Flowers. I'd rather have Nico, Judkins, and Flowers by quite a bit. QB, JD5, and Darnold, Sam Darnold on Thursday Night Football, or risk it and play JD5 on Sunday. I'd risk it for JD5 for right now, especially Thursday, bro. 14 team return yards, drop 1 for Parker Washington, Hunter, Tesla, Tank, Tesla for now. Or no, probably Tank Bigsby. Probably Tank Bigsby for now. Well, either one, Tesla or Tank Bigsby, either one, bro. Neither are anything right now. Trade away Judkins, Scat, or Hendy for Tyler Warren. I wouldn't do Hendy or Judkins, but Scattaboo for sure for Tyler Warren. And I love Scat. Start 2 this week, Pickens, Pearsall, BTJ, Ladd. I'm going to go Pickens and probably Pearsall for safety, Pickens and BTJ for high risk, high reward if you're down or you need some big swing. 14 team return yards. I think I answered that one already. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you dropping the super chat. Starbury, appreciate your $10 hauler, 10-man. Offered ETN at Dunze for Henry. I'd take Henry. I'd take Henry because I don't know where ETN's going to be. Tootin in the waivers. I mean, if I could I'd pick up Tootin anyway, bro. Just Tootin and Henry and have the best of both worlds. I really think Henry's worth it in this situation. I think he's got so much upside. Trade Genty and London for Benson and Pearsall. Genty and London for Benson Pearsall. I could see that being something a lot of people would do, but I don't think I would. Ricky, appreciate your $5 hauler. HN, Jacobs, Genty, Chase Brown, Buka, London, BTJ also got Rice, Worthy, Fields. Okay, so help me pick 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. Okay, so we're going HN and Jacobs. We're going Buka and London. And then your 1 flex is probably going to be, I would say probably Genty this week. Love the team. I think there's a lot of upside there. Don't get down. Got offered JJ for JSN. I'd rather have JJ, but it's understandable to think differently. What would you need to trade? What do you need to trade for? 0-3. Neighbors, BTJ, Genty, Henry. Flex is Benson. Honestly, bro, the only player to trade, I'm not moving anything. Worthy and BTJ. Worthy and Genty. If you can upgrade Genty to H-Han or a slight running back upgrade, Genty for Judkins straight up. Throw Worthy in to get like a Ladd or a Harvey or something to make it a 2 for 2. That would be something that's on my mind. I do the same thing for Hampton and something. Nix, Gibbs, Hampton, Benson, Nico Pickens, Tyler Warren, 2 running back, 2 flex. Just traded H-Han, JMO, JCM for Gibbs. I'm fine with that. Gibbs, any other moves? I like that. Gibbs, I love it. Any other moves? MHJ. No. I mean, MHJ for something. Hampton, Benson, Hendy. Throwing a little something. Traded away BTJ and Hunter Henry for Bowers and Golden. I like Bowers' side by quite a bit. Nice work there. I did it. Traded K9 and Pearsall and got Neighbors. I love when people tell me they can't do. Smitty, no one's doing that trade. Smitty, no one's going to do that trade in my league. I play with monsters. I'm a great fantasy owner. I'd never play in a peon league with peons. I would never. With peasants, Smitty. With peasants. Who would play with peasants? I would never do that. Never would happen. $25 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert.
That's my boy. Give me a drink break. 12-team PPR must start QBs, 3 running backs, and 3 wide receivers. My team. How do I look? Any moves to make? Hampton, Hendy, Benson, Genty, love it. Love it, love it, love it. 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers. So you can just start all 3 of those guys. Hampton, Hendy, Benson. And then so maybe you're moving Genty. Buka, T-Mac, Rice. But Rice comes back, you're golden. I'll probably say I'm still contemplating moving Genty and Tet for like a, JJ type. JJ or Puka or St. Brown. I contemplate it for sure. Genty and Tet for 1 player. Just because you got the 3 you also have bye weeks coming up too, though. I don't know that I'm not worried about moving anything. I would do that. I'd go get JJ for that. If you can't get JJ, just sit tight. Your team's really, really solid. We got a $50 hauler from Tyler doing it live.
$50. Give me $50 holler.
Tyler.
I get better.
Tyler, my boy, coming in strong. Hey, Smitty, Tyler again. I'm commissioner of a family league, and I need your opinion on a trade that might happen. My cousin is offering Kyren and Debo to my dad for Saquon. Only thing is, my dad has no wide receiver depth. Is it fair? Look, let me tell you something straight up, Tyler. If you're going to be a commissioner, you got to be able to let things like that. It doesn't matter what you think. Your objective take or opinion has no relevance to what your dad is trying to accomplish here. And it doesn't matter what his team looks like. You can't police a trade based on how the team's stacking up in their lineup. Like, if anybody's standing in the way of a Kyren and Debo for Saquon trade, that is corruption right there. That is a corrupt way of thinking to try and... First of all vetoes should be out. In fairness, no one should be judging fair. It's no one's job to judge that. Maybe your dad has A.O. Manor and he loves him and he's going to be a top 10 wide receiver moving forward. He's got his reasons. And he might do other trades, you know. But no one should be questioning Debo and Kyren for Saquon. It's completely fair. It's 100% fair, 100% arguable. And Tyler, I appreciate your $50 hauler, my boy. But nobody should be judging other people's trades like that. That's as even as it gets. Doesn't matter what he's doing. It's no one's business what he's doing with his lineup. Thank you for the $20 hauler. And thank you, Tyler, but it is a very fair trade. Crimson, 12-man. Tyler to the moon. Would you hold this team or do you see an area where you can improve? Bucky, JJ, Garrett Wilson, Kraft, Keenan Allen, Sutton, Hendy, Bill. I want Hendy in the lineup. So Bucky and Hendy. And I know you got Scat. Maybe Scat can go in your flex spot, right? Okay. So Bucky and just the way you word this is the way you move this around is it's hard to judge it because you have literally one of your best players on the bench, and that doesn't make any sense. You got Hubbard on the bench. That doesn't. Let's see here. Two running backs. Your two running backs are going to be Bucky and it's Hendy. Bucky and Hendy. There's your two best running backs. Your third best running back is going to be Hubbard or Scattaboo. I have understanding of having Scattaboo there. Your two wide receivers are going to be JJ and Garrett Wilson. And then you've got Scattaboo or Chuba as the one flex, right? You could go both those guys can be your flex with JJ, Garrett Wilson, and then you've got Keenan Allen, Sutton. I'm probably consolidating a lot of this, bro. Scattaboo and Sutton for one bigger monster. You know what you could afford to do? Go get Rice in a consolidation move. Scattaboo and Keenan Allen for Rice. Sutton and Scattaboo, or Sutton and Chuba for Lamb. Like, go stockpile some of this, bro. That's your ticket, your meal ticket into the championship, because you got a surplus of talent that you're not using. So go get Lamb and wait on that. Go get Rice, wait on that. That's your meal ticket to a championship. Ron, thank you.
Alert. Super chat alert.
If there was ever a Niner fan take ever, this would be it. CMC will win leagues and everyone knows it. Pinero's the best kicker to ever hit the field. Where are we at? $20 hauler from Ron. Did I get your super chat out? Did I handle your super chat? I don't think I did I? Two running back, two wide receiver, one flex. Who do I start? Lamar, Bijan, Benson, Jacobs in the flex. Oh, Henderson. What are we doing? Nico Abuka. So Nico Abuka, and then you're debating between Bijan, Benson for me. Jacobs has Dallas. Probably have to play him. Henderson, you got to make a trade, young man. Let's trade Jacobs and Bill, or Jacobs and Hill. Jacobs and Hill for JJ or something, bro. Jacobs and Hill for Achane. Jacobs and Hill for, I mean, you're shooting for Gibbs. You're not going to get it. JT, Ron, consolidate, my boy, consolidate. Rome, appreciate you. Mahomes, Jacobs, Mason, Chase, Jamar Chase, Nico, Warren, Evans, BTJ, Hendy. So Hendy goes in your flex this week, which is great. Or Jacobs is in the flex, whatever, or Mason's in the flex, whatever way you twist it. Now, would I consider sending Evans or Pickens? And I don't know that anybody's going to give me anything for Evans. With Mason or Jacobs for like one better running back, I would. Achan, JT, etc. Henry's a great buy low right now. I'm definitely looking to do that, by the way. You know, I want Hendy in the lineup. I'd keep Mason or Jacobs, either one, but I'm definitely interested in going and getting Henry, using Mason or Jacobs with Evans or with Pickens, or honestly BTJ, Pollard. I'd throw guys like BTJ and Pollard in to get a deal done. Jamar Chase for Garrett Wilson and Judkins, like things like that would be fantastic moves, my boy. We've got Marsman Rock Out. Team is cooked. 1 and 2, Dak, Penix, Achan, Henry, Harvey. Your running backs are fine. JSN's fine. Evans, it sucks. Kelsey, Juwan, Burden. Burden might step up. If I'm trading, you can't trade a Henry away. No one's going to give you what you deserve. Achan, you know, unless you get Judkins and Garrett Wilson or something. Judkins and I mean, Judkins and a wide receiver, Hampton and a wide receiver, Benson and a wide receiver. I'm taking those kind of deals, but Rock Out, you might have to wait a week. I don't think you're cooked. You're 1 and 2. You're not cooked. You just got to wait. You got to let those values return. Henry has a 2-touchdown, 150-yard game. Things will change for you. Thank you for the super chat here. Jordan H with the super chat. Jordan, thank you. Hey, Smitty. The Allen owner has JCM, Monty, Ramondre, Nico Zay. Nico Zay, Jacoby. Mahomes owner has Henry, JTQJ. Jordan, I don't know if this is related to another question, but everything's got to be self-contained. I have no idea what we're talking about here. I'm so far past. Like, Jordan, I wouldn't even, if we met on the street 5 seconds ago and then met again I would not. Like, the information I can retain is, I don't know what this question is answering. JCM, Montier, Nico Zay, Jacoby, Mahomes owner has Henry last. JT, I don't know what this is referencing, Jordan. I don't know what it's referencing. I'll put it here and I'll try and go searching later, but you gotta have it all self-contained, my boy. I'm sorry. I'll have to look for it later. Trade Devontae Adams for Benson. Trade Devontae Adams for Benson. I'd rather have. They're equal. They're equal, bro. They're very, very much equals. Jordan, let me go try and find it. Hold on. This next time, include it in the same message, please, because then I got to get out of here. It slows the whole process down. Let's see here. And I don't even know what I advised you to do, to be honest with you. Do I try and get an elite QB? The Allen owner needs a running back. Okay. So you're going after Josh Allen or Lamar. Hey, Smitty, the Allen owner has JCM, Monty, Ramondre, Nico. Okay, and the Mahomes owner has Henry, JT. I don't know how that helps this situation other than, I don't know, man. I'm so confused at where we're even at. Nico, Zay, McLaurin. I like the idea of getting Nico, but you're trying to get Allen, right? So CMC, I think that's what we're talking about. Okay, I think it's coming back to me. So you're trading CMC. CMC for, I mean, that's the thing, is you need an RB. How about CMC for Henry and Mahomes, and then you're giving up something smaller or something like that, or CMC for JT and Mahomes? But I love Henry and Mahomes for CMC, and you give up something else, bro. I don't know what you give them. Evans. MHJ. Do that, MHJ. Something along those lines, bro. They're probably doubting Henry right now. Very, very much. Give me Henry and Mahomes over CMC all day long. Benson Worthy for Rice. Rice and Worthy are exactly even Steven, my boy. Love them both. Both league winners. Straightaway Lamb and Tootin for JSN and Henderson. You bet your bottom dollar I'm taking JSN and Henderson. Hey, Smitty, start 2, please. Pickens, Hill, Flowers, Diggs, Thornton, non-PPR. Flowers and Pickens for me. I get that Flowers disappointed, but trade Lamb for Judkins and Benson. I would take Judkins and Benson in a heartbeat, and then you're maybe flipping one of them. Simi Valley, Smitty got offered Henry for my Rome and Higgins. I'd take Henry. Do I smash it? Yes. I don't care if you're good at it. You make another trade. That's a home run. 8-team PPR bench. Genty, London, Hampton, Judkins, Benson. Jeez, bro. ETN, what are you doing? Cut ETN for Hendy. I mean, in a vacuum, but not cutting ETN. I'm trading ETN. You should be. I know it's an 8-team league, but bro, cut your kicker and buy time and make a trade. But in a vacuum, I want Hendy over ETN. In a vacuum, but I'm not going to sit here and suggest that you cut ETN. You got to make a trade. You got to get out there and do the work. Get it done. Get it done. You can do it. 12-team, PPR, 1 flex, Fields, Bucky, Genty, Garrett, Marv, Pearsall. Get rid of Pearsall and or Marv, Devontae Smith, and get rid of Devontae Smith. Tyler Warren, honestly, is a good trade piece, so I consider it. Sharps to the Walker owner, using a Marv, Pearsall, Devontae Smith trying to upgrade. I love Bucky. Love Garrett Wilson. Sharps, Tootin to the ETN owner to try and upgrade Devontae Smith, Pearsall, or Marv. And then, like I said, worst case scenario, Tyler Warren and Sharps to the Walker owner for a wide receiver, or Tyler Warren and Devontae Smith for a wide receiver upgrade. Tyler Warren and Pearsall or Marv, or both, or all three for some huge JJ type of move. Going after all of those and more. Appreciate you dropping the super chat. Leland Ricky, let me see where I might have accidentally knocked one off. Hold on a second, damn it. Where's the... Trade Devontae Adams for Benson. I think I said that was an even Steven trade. Where's this? Leland, where's yours? Because I think I might have knocked someone's off here. 12-team PPR flex, Bucky, Genty, Garrett Wilson, Marv, Pearsall. I think I got that one. Ron, thank you very much for the $20 hauler, my boy. Andrew, did I get yours? 8-team bench. Yeah, I got that one. Jerome, I did the trade. I think I'm caught up. Leland, thank you for your super chat. Leland, suffering through MHJ and BTJ droughts 1 and 2. Got to stand strong and continue to pray Jacksonville fires Waldron. Every offense he touches turns to piss. I don't understand why. Yeah, but the other thing too is, like, how much control does he really even have? How much is, Cohen? I don't know. Yeah, Waldron's horrible. I tried to warn everybody about Waldron in Chicago. I didn't, in all truth, think that he would have enough control to do anything here. Suffering through MHJ and BTJ droughts. Yeah, I mean, try and trade MHJ. Try and go after some of these running backs like Benson and Tootin, and Harvey would be a great one right now. 3-0. Hold. Start 2, running back 2, wide receiver 2, flex. Barkley, Bucky. Probably Pickens and Debo for me. Keenan and Debo is good. If JD5 sits, Pickens and Keenan. But if JD5 plays, then Debo starts, and then Keenan and Pickens. It's a crapshoot. And then the flex is Hendy for me. Bucky, Barkley, Hendy, Lamar. I like the team, bro. I don't think I'm moving much. There's not much to move. There's no bench to move, and I don't really want to move those starters. I like it. I think it's a near top 5 team guaranteed without even looking at the rosters. 3-0. May, Henry, Achan, Buka, Rome, McBride. Team's balling, bro. Keenan Allen, Rice, Worthy, Harvey, Benson's great team. Toot and Hunter. Trade Rome and Mecca for something bigger with Rice. I'm not trading Rome and Mecca, bro. I not trade both of them. If that slash, I mean, you got to, I don't know what your slash means. Everybody uses slash different. I hate when you guys use slash because it's like some of you are doing it as a combined. Some of you are doing it as an and or. Like, I have no idea what you're saying. But trade Rome or Buka for Rice. I would want Rome. I would trade Rome for Rice and a player because the fair market value commands that you get more. In a vacuum, I'm not trading Buka or Rome for Rice straight up because I don't have to. Rice is missing 3 games. You know, if I'm getting a Hampton or a Harvey or a Ladd or something in conjunction, I might, but I don't think I'm trading Buka. Trade London and Ricky for Rice and Benson. I'm trading London and Ricky for Rice and Benson in a millisecond. Benson and Debo for Tet and Jake Ferguson. Benson and Debo for Tet. I'm taking Benson and Debo in a heartbeat. I'm a Kittle owner. I don't care. I go to the waiver wire before I'm throwing away that value. That value, Benson and Debo are much, much better value. Debo and Tet, you could argue, is even. Benson crushes Ferguson. Even though Ferguson's been balling, I get it, but no way I'm making that trade. Benson's on the rise, baby. 0-3 PPR moves, hold. Genty, Kamara. I'm moving Kamara. I'm keeping Hendy. Hendy's balling, bro. Hendy to the moon. Genty I probably keep in this situation. So I'm trading Kamara. And Lamb is hard to hold, but he's also hard to trade. Evans, you got hit hard. London, Lamb, Evans. You couldn't have had a worse situation at your wide receiver room. Lamb injured, Evans injured, London like busting. That's crazy, bro. That's the worst combo. I feel for you, Trevor. Trevor, you're hanging in there, bro. I'm proud of you. Devontae Smith and Kamara for I'm trying to get JJ for Lamb. If I got to give Devontae Smith or Waddle or Kamara, then you get a player back. I'm doing that. I'm trading Kamara for Hampton, for Judkins, for Benson. I'm trying to turn Kamara and Waddle, or Kamara, Waddle, Devontae Smith into Bucky. Need a tight end. Do I pick up Hawkinson or Hunter Henry? Probably Hunter Henry right now. Could change, though, in a snap of a finger. $20 hauler from Tariq. Appreciate you, Tariq, for dropping the 20 watt on my screen, pal.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Let's offer Ladd and Benson for Rice. I would take Will, this one question real quick. Will, I would probably say at 2-1, I'd rather have Rice, but that is a close call, bro. Hey, Smitty, when is Vrabel and his band of idiots going to realize they made a mistake backing up the Brinks truck to pay Ramondre and give Hendy a shot? Thinking of trading Henderson and Garrett Wilson for Hampton. No way I'm doing that. Tariq, Henderson is in the same exact position and has the same exact upside as Hampton right now. Like, why? Like, Hendy's being unleashed this week. I like Hampton a little bit more than Hendy, but only a little bit. They're both equally in the same situation. They both, in last week's game, were given the starting roles. So why would you throw Garrett Wilson in? You know what I'm saying? Absolutely no. They both were handed the lineup last week. They both were handed the lineup. Keenan Allen and Tootin for CD. I definitely take CD in this situation. Of course, I don't know the full context to your team, but definitely love that in a vacuum. Justin, appreciate your super chat. My man, Bowers for BTJ. I'd rather have Bowers. No way I'm making that trade. Love the content here. Have Gibbs, Egbuka. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not trading Bowers. No team assessment will make me change my mind. I have Knicks, Jamar Chase, London, Harvey, lost Connor, and Aaron Jones. I'm 2-1. What moves to make? Man, you didn't back him up though. I'm keeping Chase Brown because what can you do? Jamar Chase, London, what can you do there? You know, I think I just probably Bill and Pearsall. Jamar, I guess you could trade. Jamar Chase is probably the player you have to trade, actually. Jamar Chase for Garrett Wilson and Judkins, a Benson and Garrett Wilson, a Adams and Benson and Adams. And so go to the Benson, Hampton, Judkins, Hendy owners and see what wide receivers they have that are Garrett Wilson-esque, Devontae Adams-esque for Jamar Chase. That's what I'd probably do if I'm you. And then at least you have something here to work with. And you got two pieces to maybe cook up and drum up some other trades. Was offer Brees for Parasol. I would take. You got Pearsall? Where's Pearsall on this list? There he is. Yes, take Brees Hall right now for Pearsall. 100%. That might even solve your problems, actually. I do that trade. I still explore the other one, but I do that trade in a heartbeat, bro. That is a saving move for you, potentially. Trade away my Sharps for Pearsall. I could get behind either side of this. I think I had this question earlier, and thank you, Rhino. I think I said that if you need a running back, I'm not trading Charbonnet. If I need a receiver, I'd rather have Pearsall. It's dead even. 1 and 2, tough matchup. It's dead even because Sharps is not in the lineup. If Sharps was in the lineup, it would be different. You would not trade Sharps for Pearsall. 1 and 2, tough matchup this week. I traded Lamb for Debo and Mason. I don't mind that. Rest of the team is Josh Allen, Chase Brown, Benson, Garrett Wilson, Harvey, Fannin. Any other moves? No. Make sure Hendy's in your lineup. Bill and Addison for like BTJ or Ladd or Benson or one of the running back saviors that we keep talking about and touting here on the channel over and over and over. Adam, appreciate your super chat. Adam said the following: Sutton, Keenan Allen, Fannin, AJB, bench, CD, Genty, Pearsall. Rice owner wants CD, thinking of trading CD and Pearsall for Rice and JSN. I bet you are. And yes, I'd take that. I would take that 100%. Yeah. I mean, Rice will probably be equal to CD. And Rice comes back one game sooner. Potentially. And maybe. And Pearsall, JSN crushes enough that's a ridiculous move. Like it. Thoughts on trading CD 1-for-1 for London? If you're 0-3, I'd try and get a little bit more, bro, but I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. Could really burn if he goes out and has London has 2 horrible games or something, and then you're like, damn, I should just kept Lamb. So I'd want something. Harvey, Ladd, Tootin. Just got Judkins for Debo. Smitty approved. Absolutely. I love Debo, but I'm taking that all day long. Trade CMC and Travis Hunter for Neighbors and Nico. Neighbors and Nico by a lot. Nice job. Trade BTJ and Chase Brown for Sutton and Hendy. Give me Sutton and Hendy. Smitty approved. Smitty approved. Yes, sir. BBQ, thank you for the gifted memberships. All right, I've caught up on all the super chats. I appreciate you all who asked the question. Any other ones that come in will be answered in order in which they're received. Thanks for the advice, Smitty. Love this show. Thank you, Tariq. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. If I missed anybody's and you don't get my attention, I'm not trying to. You could drop a 99-cent holler if you wanted to say, please review my other super chat or whatever, and I'd be glad to look into it if I missed it. I have too many people crying wolf that I missed their super chat. I literally, if I say, hey, whose super chat didn't I get to? 7 out of 7 of you, I would have answered your super chat. And I got to look it up again. So I let me know if I missed it in a super, and I'll get back to you. Pick up Haskins if you have Hampton. I'm not right now. James Devlin says in the extreme help. James, if you just asked the question right there, you would have had the answer. But unfortunately, you decided to say that instead. Ulysses, 3-0. Just got Rice and Benson for Javonte and Quentin Johnston. Fantastic, honestly. Like I would have taken Benson alone for that. Almost Rice alone for that. And I like Javonte, but 0-3 lost Burrow. Jordan Love, BTJ, Higgins, Barkley, what's the move to make? I'd probably say you're waiting for Barkley to pop off, and then you maybe trade him high. Nothing else can be traded high. Achan's even hard to trade high right now. Tyler Warren doesn't, you could look around and see what you could get, but if it's me, I'm letting... Actually, you know what? You're 0-3. See what you could get for Achan and Barkley. See if you can get a Garrett Wilson and Hampton. Go to the Hampton, Benson, Hendy, and Judkins owners and see what wide receiver you can get in a Barkley trade or an Achan trade, but don't do it without checking. All right. Trade Chase Brown away, 2-1. Depends on what you get back, my boy. Depends on what you get back. Bucky and Mason, I don't know what that's referring to. Drake London, move or keep. Depends on your return, bro. It depends on when you get back. Jay says I skipped. You got offered JJ for JSN. I didn't skip that, Jay. I answered that one. See, this is what I'm talking about. When people say I skipped their super chat, I didn't. You just didn't hear it, or you stepped out. Got offered JJ. I said I'd take J. I want to take JJ, but it's very, very close and even. That's why I can't ask whose super chat that I missed, because everybody will say that I missed it. Tyler, thank you for the super chat. Tyler, again, should I trade Rashee for BTJ? No. I don't have many people I can trade with in this league. Well, don't just trade to trade. I just lost CD. I'm 2-1. You can weather through it, though. I mean, imagine if you get rid of him, and let's say BTJ does nothing in 2 weeks, and then you're like, I'm 1 week away from Rice coming back now. A.O. Manor off waivers is better than making this move and regretting it later. A.O. Manor for 3 weeks plus Rice's next, week 7 on is going to outscore what you get out of this BTJ deal. I trade for BTJ on the cheap, not using Rice. You can trade it in another way, bro. Pick 4, Hampton, Genty, Benson, Judkins, or Hendo. You need to make a trade. This is a ridiculous question, Vincent. You got to make a trade. What are you doing sitting on this talent? You have to consolidate. Pick 4, I'm going to say Hampton, Judkins, Hendo, Benson for right now until Genty shows something, but I definitely make a trade. There's a lot of ability to go get a wide receiver using that. Sloppy Joe, 20.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Sloppy Joe, 20. How did I do? 18-team league, 2-1. Trade away Chase and Kamara for Scat, Buka, Jacobs. I think it's pretty even, man. I like the Scat, Buka, Jacobs side a little bit, but Jamar Chase is still tough to trade away. Kamara, I don't mind trading, let me put it this way. Kamara for Scat and Jacobs, I'd take that. And so you got a little bit of a credit, right, in terms of this other 1-for-1. So Chase, Buka, I'd probably rather have Buka right now by a hair, but long term it's hard to say that. I like it. I like the team. I think you edged out the other side a little bit, but there's still some things that could potentially. So I like the team. Hampton, Jacobs, Buka, Sutton, Fannin, Scat. It's a good team. You need Harvey to pop off. You need Tootin to pop off. I think once Tootin, Harvey, or JCM, one of those guys will go crazy, you'll be able to do a consolidation move. Or you trade Scat and Sutton for one wide receiver, bro. You go take a gamble on a London and something, or a Sutton and Scat for JJ. People catch someone sleeping at the wheel, and then all of a sudden, but you might have to wait for Harvey, J-Sim, or Tootin to get that done. But if you could do it ahead of time using Scat and Sutton, I do it and then put Tootin in the lineup. And would you do Kamara for Chuba? I'd rather have Chuba right now. Sheesh, appreciate the $50 hauler. Sheesh to the moon.
$50 holla. Give me 50.
I'll take a lap for doubting Hampton. Yeah, you know what, Sheesh, I wasn't going to say anything, but, I saw you in the comments, man. And it's always disappointing when I see someone in the chat that's been very active. Sheesh has been dropping amazing super chats. And then I come across a comment in my chat where someone's trashing me. And then there's Sheesh Coin going, yeah, this guy, it kind of hurt, Sheesh. I'm not going to lie. It's crapping on my Hampton take. And then here you are taking a lap, $50 lap. I love it, bro. I appreciate you coming back. It takes a man to do that. And look, I'm not gonna hit on everything, and I'm certainly not gonna hit on everything right away. It's gonna take some time. I made a trade this week I regret. 12-team big money, 0.5. QB, JD5, Igbuka, Terry, Reed, Hunter, Bijan, Harvey, Hampton, Judkins. I traded Hampton for Ladd. I'm scared. This is why I saw you trashing me, Sheesh, and then now you want Hampton back. You want to repair the damage. I will tell you this. I will tell you that at the end of the day, if you make it out okay, Lamb's going to be fine. And Lamb acts like it's not even a big injury, but they're calling it maybe a 3 to 4 week injury, right? I would probably say you'll be okay. Don't go unravel this, okay? You could trade Lamb for Judkins and a receiver like Ladd or something if you want to kind of undo it the other way. Go get Hendy and undo it another way. Who do you have here, though? Harvey, Hampton, Bijan. Your team's still really good, except for Terry's injured. JD5 got hurt. You got hit by kind of a tough situation, my man. If you think you can weather through it, or you could take... Potentially, you could take Rice and a player that can help you now while you wait for Rice. That would be an amazing Lamb move. Lamb for Rice and Ladd. Lamb for Rice, and obviously you're not going to get Benson or something like that, but you try. Something like that. Like, I've seen people like say, Smitty, should I pick up Judkins off waivers and drop Keon Coleman? Like, there's still people that have no idea how valuable these guys. Benson on waivers. Some guys still said Benson didn't. He passed through waivers in his league. I'm not saying everybody plays in these leagues, but he passed through waivers and Benson's sitting there. So like, I don't really know. You can't trust everybody. You say it's a big money league, so it's probably competitive and smart people, but I don't think I'd run from this trade. I think I'm worried about Terry McLaurin a little bit. Terry McLaurin and J.K. Dobbins maybe for one slight player upgrade. Look at Ladd McConkey for Terry McLaurin. And if you got to throw J.K. in, you got Harvey. I think you want to protect that. You got Judkins here. I just saw it, Sheesh. I like that you got Judkins here, bro. Judkins. So Bijan, Judkins, Lamb, Buka, Scary Terry. Try and get Ladd. Try and get BTJ. Try and get BTJ with Terry, Scary Terry. Don't be too afraid, Sheesh. I appreciate you coming in here and dropping the kind words in the $50 hauler. All right. The biggest thing would break my heart if I saw BBQ in the chat going, this guy's... that would be a hard one. That'd be a tough pill to swallow. Coaching has been affecting players like Genty and Hendy. Raiders, this is the truth, BBQ. The thing that's so frustrating, and next year, and I think I even said this last year, and I didn't implement it like I thought I was going to. We need to have some sort of like scale where it's like the panic, similar to this one, the panic meter, where we're saying my panic level is, let's call it a 9 out of 10 on this, whatever. We need to figure out whether a coaching environmental situation bumps a player down. Like if this, I'll make a new meter for it. Let's say we say, okay, Genty to the moon. Smitty, is there sort of a coaching environmental deduction you could put in place here? And I'd say, yeah, -2. We need to come up with something environmental to implement into some rankings and stuff. I think it's probably pretty smart. $20 hauler, coaching been affecting. Raiders refuse to run the same scheme Genty played in the college. Pats are not using Hendy, and they will now. In my opinion, Harvey breaks out week 6-8. I agree. Hunter misuse. It's a gross negligence across the board. I think these coaches should be fired immediately. BBQ, thank you for the $20 hauler. I can't even explain the frustration from a content creator perspective to watch all these uncontrollable situations be mishandled. I literally, I'm handcuffed with some of my predictions and tied to them. I get it. And I know how many people are upset at me for some late bloomers. I get it. There's like Genty, Smitty, you talked up, first of all, the whole industry talked up Genty. But I get it. I understand it. I'm not mad at people that are mad that it's taken Hampton till week 4 to be in this position right now. I get it. I understand why people are mad that it took Hendy until week 4 to get into this position right now. It's shocking to me as well. Sheesh Coin with another $50 hauler.
$50. Give me 50.
Sheesh, appreciate you. He says, you the GOAT. Thank you, Sheesh. Appreciate you. Ball Knower says $20 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Hey, Smitty, love the show. 1 and 2. Before last week, I traded Jamar Chase for BTJ, Rice, and Harvey. Now my team is Hurts, Bucky, Benson. Love this team so far. Buka, BTJ, Bowers. I like it. Pearsall, JCM, Harvey, Marks, Pacheco, Worthy. Thoughts. I like it, bro. I probably roll with this for a week. The only thing I'm considering is what could Sharps to the Walker owner get me upgraded wise in terms of BTJ or Pearsall. That's what I'm looking at, bro. I'm looking at that. You're waiting on Rice. Rice gets into that. You're going to be so golden once Rice is back. That's the only move I'm even contemplating with this team. Fantastic squad. Simi Valley, London, or Garrett Wilson. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson. How could you not, You think Sharps is getting traded, Smitty? It could happen, Laser. It could happen. Some people are speculating that's why he's not practicing. But I don't know. If Sharps got traded, bro, oh my God. Where would he go? Chicago, Houston, Washington. I don't know. Could it be good? Could it be bad? I think Walker's more likely to get traded, but then we got to backtrack and say to ourselves, wasn't ETN more likely to be traded than Bigsby? Absolutely. And that didn't happen the way we thought. You think so? Yeah. Do I think it could happen? It could. It would be crazy if it happened. Infamous, appreciate your super chat. Trade Hampton for ETN. Now what? Get Chase Brown, Benson, Gibbs. Got Chase Brown, Benson, Gibbs. I would not have traded Hampton for ETN. I hope you didn't do that. I hope you didn't do that. Is that what you're saying? You did it? I would say don't do it. No. No. I hope you did not do that. Now what? Trade ETN before it's too late. Man, I hope you didn't do that. Make sure you get Tootin or go to the Tootin owner and try and make a deal there. Trade my Walker and Keenan for Nico. I'd take Nico. Already have Chase, BTJ, Terry, other running back, Swift. I'm trading Swift and Chuba and Scary Terry or Swift and Chuba and Worthy for like one player upgrade, bro. I keep BTJ because you can't get enough for him in a trade. I'd definitely trade Quentin Johnston on the high, throw him into any deals. Keep Nico, love that. Chase for Rice and like a Benson or any Hendy or anything like that. I'm smashing the hell out of that. And keep in mind that some people don't know that Hendy's on the rise. We got some total fantasy football monster, knowledge ball knowers in the live stream here. And people are like, hey, what's the news on Hendy? Like, what is Hendy starting or something? Like, there's a lot of people that don't realize Hendy's rise is here. They don't understand what happened. Trade Gibbs, Ollie for Hampton, Hendy, Tootin. No. I like Hampton, Hendy, Tootin a lot, but I don't know that I'm trading Gibbs. In a vacuum, no. I need to know more details about your makeup of your team. BTJ for Metcalf and Sharbs to the Walker owner. BTJ for Metcalf and Sharbs. Probably rather have Metcalf and Charbonnet over BTJ right now, but it's close. Ball knower Breece Hall, trade rumors heating up. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. We might be live on that tonight. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine if ETN if BTJ or Sharbs got traded? It'd be crazy. And I'm not even combing through all these rumors, but people keep saying it. I know people are talking about it, but I don't know. Some people are just cooking up stuff too, you know? So, I don't even know what's legitimate out there right now because I'm live streaming. Yeah, Hendy's gonna ball out, bro. Jay, appreciate you. 0-2 got Mahomes, BTJ, Kelsey, Debo. Any moves I can make? Love the team for the most part. I believe that Sharbs to the Walker owner is going to be the key to a lot of your guys' potential trade scenarios here. Upgrade JMO using Sharbs to the Walker owner. Use ETN or Tootin to the ETN owner. Maybe you're doing both of these. Maybe you're taking Tootin to the ETN owner and you're upgrading even Kyron a little bit to Bucky. Maybe you're taking Sharbs to the Walker owner and you're upgrading Debo or JMO just a little bit. I'm trying both those moves, and you got 2 trade partners for that, so that's pretty good. Jay, appreciate your second super chat. Love Chase Brown, Genty, JSN, Pickens, Hall, Marv, Hunter, Sharbs, Kincaid, Purdy. Need to make a move. God, you can't sell Genty or Brown. You just can't. There's no trade value. JSN, you could. I don't know that you do, but you could. Hall, you can't sell low. Marvin, you can't sell low. You got hit with like the worst combo of all these players. JSN for Garrett Wilson, Benson type of move. Go to the Judkins owner, the Benson owner, the Hampton owner, and see if they got a wide receiver that's below JSN that they would make this trade. And if you've got to throw in, maybe they have Walker, you throw in Sharbs. Sharbs, again, might get you an upgrade somewhere. Sharbs to the Walker owner to upgrade Pickens, to upgrade Hall, to upgrade Marvin, to upgrade Chase Brown, to upgrade Genty. Yeah. And then if not, it's, you know, you could throw like Marv and Hall together for one H-hand, or Marv and Chase Brown for an H-hand, or a JT. Try all those combinations, my boy. Trade BTJ for Hendy. I'd take Hendy in a millisecond and I'd run away, travesty, so that no one could find me. I'd unplug my phone, take the SIM card out so the commissioner couldn't get a hold of me and ask me if it could be vetoed. Or I traded him before last week. You had recommended it. I traded him before last week. You had recommended it. I don't know what I recommended exactly, but Hampton was well, yeah, I mean, it could have been a scenario. I don't know. But either way, infamous. It sucks. I get it. Let me see real quickly. Infamous. What was the trade? What are we even talking about? Infamous. Make sure you get Tootin, bro. And yeah, don't beat yourself up over it, because I mean, it took an injury for Hampton to climb into the situation he's in. I mean, we knew it would eventually happen, but CMC, Travis Hunter, and Jamison Williams for Neighbors, Nico. I would take Neighbors and Nico, but I'd try and pull something out of that. 0-3 trade Bijan for Hampton and Hendy and Parasol. I'd rather have Bijan in a vacuum here, pal. but context can matter. About to draft in an 18 full PPR weeks 4 through 10, guillotine, superflex, any sneaky players? That's a tough question to ask in a short little window here. I'd just say Rice is going to be fantastic at the right price. I think don't undervalue Judkins, Hampton, and Hendy. Don't overvalue them, but don't undervalue them. They should all be kind of sneaky. Benson's going to be very sneaky. I think, don't give up on the idea that BTJ can be a steal, but these are all new values ranges you got to go in. Understand that the wide receivers like Adams and Debo and those guys slip a little bit more than some of the running backs, so you can maybe just go balance if you can. Balance will probably be your friend, but just know that those wide receivers probably could fall a little bit. Thank you, and good luck, Aaron. Hopefully you crush it. Go on the Patreon and post your team after. Do you still have faith in JCM and Harvey? I do. I have more faith in Harvey. I worry about JCM's situation because it feels like they're just trying to sabotage it. I don't understand it, but eventually he should ball out. Trade now or wait a week. Kyron, Genty, Hendy. I'm probably waiting a week. JJ, I like this team a lot. Hunter Henry on the move now for a JMO, or Evans and Hunter Henry for like a Ladd, or BTJ and Genty for an Achan, or BTJ and like I trade Genty for Judkins straight up, Benson and something. All pretty solid attempts to move, I think, now, but also while not doing anything crazy. Waiting a week, definitely have some of those values. Return league, Dynasty League, Superflex 12-man PPR got offered Nico Collins for Rashee Rice, 2 third rounds rookie picks. Offered Nico Collins for Rashee Rice. I'd probably rather have Nico than Rice in a vacuum. It seems like Rice always has something, you know what I mean? It's not that I don't love him now. I like him in Dynasty a lot, but I think Nico's got a little more value. But Nico always gets hurt too, though. Chet, Nico or Rice long term? I'm kind of wavering. I feel like it's pretty even. Maybe I do like Rice more. Trying to trade Pickens, Target, Judkins, or Benson, of course. But you're not going to get that. You'll probably have to throw in a little more. If you land that, let us know. We'll quit our jobs for you. 12-team PPR running back Saquon, AK, Javonte Williams, Swift, JSM, BTJ, Buka, Pickens, Godwin. Do I trade AK, Javonte? Is it Jamo Williams or Javonte Williams? I think it's Javonte. Do I trade? You guys got to be clear. Jamo Williams, Javonte Williams. You just put J Will. I don't know. I'm assuming running backs because it's wedged in between the running backs. AK, Javonte Williams, and Buka for Chase and Mason. Slightly chasing Mason, but really close, bro. Hey, man, hope all is well. 0.5 PPR, thank you. 2 wide receivers, 2 flex. Traded Walker, Sharps, and Keenan for Breece Hall and Buka. I like it. I like it. Going back and forth on it, your thoughts. I think it's good. I would do it. I would have done it. I would have probably smashed it pretty quickly, to be honest. Would you trade away Jacobs and B. Rob Jr. to receive Kyron and Corum? I would rather have Kyron and Corum. Having Cuff is nice, but I like Jacobs more. I mean, Jacobs might have a great game, though. Like, I'm just letting you know. He's going up against Dallas, who literally made Caleb Williams look like he returned to form that everybody's been hoping for. Trade Chase Brown and Pickens for Jettas. I would take Jettas. I'd rather have the bigger name player. Got offered Trey Benson and Rice for my Achan. Benson and Rice by a country mile. Benson can hang with Achan, bro. I mean, at least hang with them. So Rice is ridiculous value. 10-man dynasty, sick of Kyler and the Cards. Who should I target with MHJ? Running back room is stacked with Gibbs, Bucky, Kyron, Harvey. Like that. Wide receivers, London, MHJ, Rice, Shakir, Ridley, MHJ for Ladd. Ladd's probably my favorite go-get player. Ladd, Tootin, Harvey, BTJ. You got to throw in a Ridley, a Duty. You throw it in. You do what you got to do. Thank you for the super chat. And then Travesty, Lineup is 2 running back, 2 flex, 2 wide receiver. Who do I start? Bucky, Walker, ETN, Mason, Hendy. I'm going to go Bucky and Hendy. I'm going to go Devontae Adams and probably Pearsall. And then as your 2 flexes, I'm going to go, so we said Bucky and Hendy. We're going to go ETN and probably Mason. Or ETN and Walker. Either one. Pretty easy, but you could consolidate and make some trades. Go buy a JJ Lowe. Oh, JSN and Nico. Whoa. I didn't see this other line. Bro, you got to put your better players at the top. Because I'm going to stop. Like, sometimes people stop reading. BTJ, Mar, Pearsall. And then JSN, Nico. JSN and Nico are your 2 starting wide receivers. Devontae's your flex, probably. Bucky and Hendy are your starting running backs. Yeah, you got to make some trades, bro. Pearsall, BTJ, Marv, Devontae Adams with Mason, with ETN, with Walker to go get, a top 3 wide receiver. Like, let's stop messing around. Each week you're going to get that wrong every week. Drop Penix for Love. I'd rather have Love, especially this week, bro. The Cowboys just made Caleb Williams look like an all-star. I mean, easy start this week. 4 or 5 touchdown game is loading for Jordan Love. And then Caleb might have built some confidence up from the game, but we'll see what happens now. Trade CD, K9, and Ladd for JSN, Jalen Warren. No. I like JSN, bro, but nope. CD's going to be better than JSN once back, and then you got K9 and Ladd to suffice in between, but no. You'd think you're overthinking this, bro. Caleb and Chase Brown for Adams. I'd rather have Adams right now. You have Josh Allen, easy trade. Guys, I'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern. Appreciate you all. Thank you, BBQ, Andrew, all of the gifted memberships coming from BBQ and Andy. Andy, thank you very much. Thank you, BBQ. Appreciate Andy for dropping that as well. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Scoob with the final super chat here, and then I'll be back. 10-man, JD5, Bucky, Hall, Buka, Debo, Bowers, Benson, Bench, Hendy, Tootin, Hunter. I traded Lamb and Sharps for Benson and Bowers. I like that a lot. That's a great trade. Anything else to do? Buka, Debo, Bauer. No, bro. Benson, love it. Hendy on the bench. I get Hendy in my lineup, I suppose. So maybe Hall and Debo for one JJ-like wide receiver. That way you could put Hendy in the lineup. Absolutely. That's what I'm doing probably. Just focusing on that Hall and Debo, or Hall and, maybe the ETN owner would want Tootin and you could trade him Hall and get a wide receiver. Yeah, that's the only thing I'd work on is Hall and Debo for one big name wide receiver so you could get Hendy in your lineup. But it doesn't hurt to have depth. Don't go ruining your team just to make the highest, trade offer you get happen. I'll be back. Appreciate you all. We'll be live midnight Eastern like we always do it. And we'll probably be talking about Bucky. Maybe some trade rumors. We got the people saying Breece Hall and all that. We could maybe talk about that. Sharps, trade rumors. People are just throwing things around, though, but we'll have more concrete info. Appreciate you all. Thank you, Sick Nasty. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Blackbeard. Thank you, Space Ricky. Hopefully we'll take some phone calls tonight. Appreciate all of you. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the $20 haulers, the $50 haulers. We had the $50 hauler. We had Tyler. We had Sheesh Coin. We had $20 haulers. We had Stefan. We had Nothing to It. Ryan Guy McFly. Alex. Baldwin. Too Mean Fuzz. Double D. Ron. Tariq. Sloppy. Ball Knower. BBQ. Chris B. Chris S. Tone Williams. Garrett. Max. Rick. Matta. Jordan. Yaz. And Crimson. Or Chrisman. Appreciate you all. Appreciate everybody else as well. Thank you, BBQ, and thank you, Andy, as well. BBQ and Andy, you guys rock. I'm live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. Additional live whenever big news breaks. And also, make sure you check out the Patreon. I'll go over there right now. We're there 365, 24/7 live chat group. I'm going to pin that link on the way out the door. And there it is. There's the link. Perquez says he wants a link to the Patreon. Here it is, pal. I'm going to pin it right now, too. Guys, join this Patreon. We're literally in here. Travis is in there all the time. I'm in there all the time. The live chat group, this amazing, helpful group of people, all the amazing people too. It's nothing but positivity. If there's any negativity, we remove them. So it's all positivity. The Patreon, 24/7 live chatting, and during game days, we're inside the game day lounge. Just all packed in there the whole day. All Sunday morning, all Sunday afternoon, all Sunday evening, all Monday, all Thursday. Any Friday games, Saturday games will be packed in the game day lounge. It's where your buddies are, your family is. 24/7, 365 live chat group. Hit that link. It's in the description of every video. It's also pinned in the live chat right now. See you all at midnight Eastern. Steven, you're lucky I didn't hit. I almost hit that end button, bro. Jumped off my seat. Traded Chase Brown for Benson. Love it, bro. I mean, I still like Chase Brown. I don't want anybody to think I'm not going to be excited when and if. And I think when Chase Brown gets back on track a little bit. But I definitely love Benson. All right, see you all at midnight Eastern. Deuce.